Yeah, yeah, very good news. Very good news. Hmm? Yes, yes. Soon, as soon as like, let's say, like maybe the you know the average people that usually show up during these streams shows up, then I'll say the news, and then we can just get on with the Q&A thing that I've been doing. Because these are actually really fun, even if it means I'm sitting around for a lot of hours on my tuchus, and after coming off a day of work, yeah, that's so I need something to cheer me up. Uh, okay, yeah. Be sure to tell me if the audio is okay. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Hmm. I'm telling you, this delay gets longer and longer each and every stream. Hmm. But okay, well, I guess I can just say the good news outright. Okay, okay, cool. Uh, I'll say the news outright. Um, right now, for the money that we've accumulated up to this point, I only need to raise up $150 more, and that's about it. As soon as we reach that mark, and as soon as we reach that mark, everything's fine pretty much. We were able to extend the deadline to the 30th, to the end of this month, pretty much the end of this month. And if you can't do it, you already could do as best as you could, and that's all I can have right now. Do not worry. I believe with the check that I'm getting on the 25th of this month will suffice enough for me to be done. Yeah. So if you can't do it, it's fine. We have a contingency plan for that. That contingency plan being my check. But if you can do it, you can help me out because I haven't gotten groceries for a long time, and I do need some money for myself at some point. So either way, we're golden. I'm staying. I'm sticking around. You guys are really generous, y'all. You will. See, just seeing that already makes my day that I had already 100 times better. Let's just say I had a good 11-hour day at work. I came at home around at 9-ish o'clock. Wait, like 9-ish o'clock, and I'm just happy that I get to talk to you guys. All Might or the Hulk? Depends. See, here's the thing about like DC, Marvel characters in any way, shape, or form. You got to make sure you tell me which Hulk and like which character, which generation of Hulk, because there's a Hulk that can apparently punch and fight something that destroyed an entire universe. I don't think All Might can handle that. However, I think All Might can handle like movie Hulk, who so far has not shown the feats that All Might has. But just sorry to go off on that tangent, but pretty much just from that, as long as $150, that's about it. Perfectly fine, and I can like private or delete the like all the videos that have my link to it. I will not need your money anymore, and everything will be fine. We'll be back to the way things should be on my channel. No bad stuff. That's why I like. Can you do a countdown up for your favorite and least favorite My Little Pony episodes, character, song, moments, villains, and movies? When I have time, I was actually one of the first things I was trying to do was my top 10 favorite MLP songs, and this spans from the show, Equestria Girls, and just about anything in general. And I have the videos for it, so I can start editing and stuff, and my opinions on that matter. But yeah, that's definitely something I want to do when it comes to like top 10s or lists and things of my favorite stuff, so I don't have to constantly answer the same questions when these streams pop up, because people don't either watch the 4-hour long stream, which I wouldn't do on my own time, but or just wants to clarify, and also see if they can trip me up, see if they can find inconsistency. So let's see. First time one of these streams. Yeah, I'm happy that I'm doing these streams like frequently. So if someone happens to show up for the first time, they can catch at least one and then just get their questions out. Because the only reason why I'm doing these so rapidly is because of the situation I'm currently in. And as soon as that dies down, I might do one every other week or so. But I'm just trying to let you guys know that I'm happy, because usually in times like this, my stress levels get rather high, considering that we're close to the dreaded month of horror that we call October the 23rd. Yeah. And for those of you who don't know about October the 23rd and my bad luck with that day, please feel free to ask, and I'll be happy to explain that. Okay. Cake or pie? Cake. Mostly because there's not many pies that I like, considering from how many cakes that I like. That's pretty much about it, actually. The main pie that I think I like is a blueberry pie that specifically my grandmother makes, and that's about it. Every other pie I had a bad experience with, or just not that much. But cake, every birthday was always a cake, and I always had a different type of cake, and they all were great. Nothing much. Luckless. Just getting off of work. Just wanted to have a good time with my subscribers and tell you how my day has been. It's been horrible, so that's why I'm here, trying to cheer myself up. I realize that currently these days, I'm trying to cheer myself up. I either watch Rick and Morty with the new reaction thing that I'm gonna go out. And if those of you who are wondering where the reactions that are, I'm waiting until I get done at least either halfway or somewhere near the end of season 1, so when I start uploading them, there's not like big long gaps of nothing due to time schedules and stuff like that. So until I get like a fair amount of episodes reacted to, then I'll do it. Then I'll start uploading them. South Park's being a problem, however. That's why I haven't released like the new reaction trailer, because I'm not 100% sure about how South Park is working out, considering that I have to jump through some hoops to get South Park to work. Don't. Oh, no. Here we go with the stream problems again. See here. I'm trying to make sure, right? I don't know how it is on your side, because right now I'm getting stream problems. Okay, you can still hear me? Is everything okay? Because I hate it when I see myself buffering like this, and it freaks me out. As soon as it gets back on a yellow, that's when I'm okay with it. Okay. Okay, where was I? Oh, Midoriya or oh man, me and names. Okay, you're gonna tell me who AKKO is, because here's the thing with me, it's more about descriptions and feats that they've done than actual names. I'm sorry. But I do know Midoriya, mostly because he's fresh in my mind, and I know Akiko? I do. Darn it. Okay. Hey, Franklin, you're here. Yes, you are. Once you finish Spirit of Justice, you should do a spoiler stream discussing the game, and maybe the other games as well. Yes, I would love to. Right now, I'm in Case 4 of Spirit of Justice, and let me tell you this. Boy, howdy. Without spoilers, for the people who, either didn't get the game, as of every Phoenix Wright game, you always get a new prosecutor. So, it isn't spoilers to say that the new prosecutor is like this and that. So, let me just let you guys know something. The prosecutor, I hate the prosecutor. Personally, I don't like how his personality is, and I don't like him in general. And then when you get to Case 4, you get a much better prosecutor. and he's by your side, and I love it. Oh my god! As soon as he said his signature, like instead of objection, what he says, I was like, yes, please put this dude in his place, better prosecutor. So without any spoilers, that's if you played the game, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say Case 4 and what I'm talking about. But in my personal opinion, the prosecutor in Dual Destinies is 100 times better than the current guy I'm going with. He's a bit flashy, but his animations are so slow. The prosecutor in Dual Destinies is so quick, fast-paced, and awesome. So yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna, but yeah, definitely gonna do, maybe start doing like spoiler discussions of those kind of games. I do like to talk about Phoenix Wright as much as I possibly can, as much as I like to talk about MLP. So thanks for suggesting that. I'll think about it. Who's your favorite video game character? Phoenix Wright. I mean, like he's definitely in my top 3, but if I had to just pick one off the top of my head in my top 3, it's definitely Phoenix Wright. Another one would have to be Matarasu from Okami. She's amazing. Like I think Okami was one of the first like extremely long video games that I 100%ed. Like there hasn't been any like long-term games that I wanted to 100%. I wanted to get every little thing done because Amaterasu, how she plays, how she works, and even her personality throughout the entire game, especially when it comes to the ending, my lord. Yeah, definitely. If I had to pick a number 1 slot, I would definitely put Amy above Phoenix, but Phoenix definitely comes to my mind as soon as someone asks me my favorite video game character. Def Cruise Axe the Crusaders. You should react to MLP Vacational Def Cruise. Alright, I should react to a lot of things. I should really be like getting a list down or something. Maybe I might make it a live reaction of getting everyone's like requests, because this sort of stuff doesn't just stick in my head. Pizza or pasta? Since I haven't had pasta as much as I had pizza, I gotta say pizza, because pizza is the first thing that comes to my mind since I'm a college student. And pasta is very hard to come by. Well, it's easy to come by, but that will require me to like go out and buy it and then cook it. Pizza, you just buy it and then it comes to you and you're like, yay. Who is your favorite background character and your favorite? Are you kidding? Have you been on my channel? Anyone who's gonna ask me who's my favorite background character already knows it's Lyra, of course. But of course, Derpy is my favorite background character. Favorite from the main 6, Pinkie Pie. If we're talking main 6, Pinkie Pie, and not like the extended 6, as I like to call them, or yeah, I call them the extended 6. So I haven't seen MLP at all, but I know most of the characters. Am I a fan of MLP? It really depends, really. Like I used to know a lot of the characters' names pseudolly because I watched the previous generations of MLP. Like I knew Pinkie Pie before, you know, Pinkie Pie was Pinkie Pie in Generation 4, but it's like all what you mean when you term to yourself as a fan. Fans usually go into the product in some way, shape, or form. Josh isn't a fan of the show, but he is a fan of the fan-made material that the show has brought up. So you could say he's a fan, but he just doesn't like the show, if that makes sense. So if you just know the characters, that's something. It's a step forward. Would you name yourself the Great and Powerful, or insert favorite main 6? I would call myself the Great and Powerful universe if I knew I didn't sound pretentious and a douchebag every single time I did it. If I was more of Trixie, yeah, I would do that. But since I'm not like Trixie, I can't say that without saying no, I'm not. I'm not really. I just watched your Pony.MLB reactions today, and I'm curious. Had you read through the Tumblr and that kind of tied into where Applejack was during it? Oh, wait. I heard about this. I think I did see it, but since it's out of my memory, it might as well be so I didn't see it. I do know that this has crossed me at some point. I'm gonna say no because it's not immediately out of my head. So, but know that people have been telling me about this too. How many times did you have a bad time in October 23rd? 2 times. The first time, my first channel got deleted due to the fact that apparently they just hit me with 3 copyright strikes of my Steven Universe reactions without any hesitation or warning of the matter. They just gone. Goodbye, channel. Good luck trying to get back. Oh, I'm trying to get it back? Too bad, we're not listening to you. YouTube, I love you. No, I don't. But hey, I do. See, it's a love-hate relationship with like that. So that was the first October 23rd. And I think that was 2 or 3 years ago. And then the next, no, definitely 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago from this day. It was 2 years ago. Got my channel deleted, blah, blah, blah. And then I got a new channel. And then next October 23rd, depression kicked in. And middle stuff happened. I was in a mental hospital. So definitely badness. And the scary thing about it was 365 days later on the exact same day. And it happened. So I told myself and I told my audience in one of my videos that on October 23rd, we are going to do something fun. We're going to make sure that doesn't happen. We're going to break the chain of events that shouldn't even be a chain of events. It's 365 days apart from each other, and yet that was so perfectly timed. That's scary. Like, I'm not joking with you guys. I was literally scared when I found out that the day that my channel was deleted by YouTube and all that depression came down on me of losing all that progress, all those subscribers, I now need to either bring back up or try to find a way to bring them back over here because I know they're missing me in some way, shape, or form with my reactions, and just basically start from scratch and zero. Tell you the truth, if I didn't make a separate channel for Gravity Falls, I probably would be starting so much later. Like, so much later, and it's scary. So that's why October 23rd is, like, a bad time for me. Ice cream cake or ice cream cake? I have never had ice cream cake before. I thought it was a myth. I really thought it was. Sorry, I'm pausing. I'm seeing that the live stream health is red. Every time the live stream health is red, I just kind of want to like slow down my talking just in case, you know, it turns back up and nothing bad is like buffering out. I want you to get my full like answer here and not have it be chopped up into little pieces thanks to the buffering. So yeah, but yeah, I again never had ice cream cake. But I think I would just pick cake because I've never been much of an ice cream guy. I have to be in the mood for ice cream. You should do the countdown after the series is over because opinions can't change. Yeah. Wait, can't change or can change? Because I know opinions can always change. Facts can't change unless they disprove it somehow with a theory or I don't know. But I think what you meant to say. Did you really say can't change? Because because of the series, if I was gonna make a list, it would be my top 10 favorite songs of MLP thus far or so far. Letting you guys know that in the future there will be changes, like how I never wanted to do like my top main six characters, because I know each and every one of them are sooner or later gonna have that time to shine that's gonna make me want to see them. So, want to have them higher in the list. So, there you go. You should... But, by the way, after the series is over, that series is probably never going to end. I know it's going to end sooner or later, but, you know, I got to have that denial in my heart somehow, right? Food or water? That's hard. I both need them to live, so... Wait, see, I'm already second-guessing my own speech. I like food. I used to drink a lot of water when I was a kid. Not much now. I wonder what replaced that. Wait, what were we talking about? Oh, food or water? Food. Because I have something else to drink. I don't know what it is, though. Hashtag not sponsored. Where do you record? I record in my room, in my double bedroom with me and Josh. Just in my room. And there's a nice desk here that I'm currently sitting on. It's like my new personal area. I had it 2 apartments ago until we had to move into the second apartment, which had nothing like it, and I had to record like on a desk, and it was really dumb and really inconvenient and almost made me not want to do reactions because how inconvenient it was. But since this is like really convenient, it drives me more to just sit down and watch something and then react to it, you know? So I'm happy that I got my desk back, and I think there's no more moving. we're sticking here, and that's it. Are you looking forward to season 2 of Miraculous? Yes, of course. See, here's the thing. I've been trying to forget about season 2 of Miraculous Ladybug because sometimes when I forget about shows, that's when they spring on me, and then boom, they're here. Kind of like what happened with Star vs. Force of Evil. As soon as someone told me, hey, did you know like the Battle for Immunity came out? I'm like, what is the Battle for Immunity? Oh, look at that. And then, see, I'm happy when I'm informed way ahead of time that something is out, because not only is it out, there's probably a lot of episodes put into it, thus making my experience of binge watching it all the more entertaining for myself, instead of having to wait week by 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 week and then just hating it because, you know, they probably end off on something really cliffhangery. See here. There's a lot of messages getting restricted, and these are coming from people I know that wouldn't say or do something that would have their message restricted. I don't know. Is there a way to turn that off or like minimize that a little bit? I don't know. What's your favorite MLP season so far? I think I remember saying season 4 of that because I love how the overarching story was and how it was handled. Plus, like, some of my favorite characters were in there and had some of their best character moments. Cheese Sandwich is definitely not a bias towards that, and Tyrek is also definitely not a bias toward that. I'm lying, of course, they clearly are, so there you go. Considering this is very diverse of character in the fandom, I want to know, what are your thoughts on Okay, if this is about Phoenix Wright, me and names, all right. This is about Phoenix Wright, me and names. Please to elaborate a little bit more on Mina. Oh my God, that name. There's a lot of names in Spirit of Justice that just tick me off. By the way, especially me saying his name is probably not like a spoiler or anything, but peace. It stands for peace, love, understanding. I think. That right there flipped my brain up. Okay, I'm sorry about names. Okay, so I haven't watched the newest MLP episode yet. No spoilers. No problem. If I'm remembering correctly, I don't remember much about it. That's unless I deepen my memory bank. Because right now this is just a chill talk. Me not really like thinking too much. So don't worry, no spoilers for me on that. I'm just gonna keep spoilers to a minimum because I realized that like me constantly talking about random stuff and then talking about spoilers, whether it be My Hero Academia, Phoenix Wright, or anything like that. I'm trying to dumb that down for me. I don't want to ruin anyone else's experience. Since this is live, I can't really edit anything out. So yeah, the lag. Okay. There's one thing about being too far behind, man. Too far behind is so don't know where I am. Okay, you can stay here. Okay. This is just a reaction for okay. It's the Hard Not Life. Yeah. Wow, I can see that lag too. All right. Just find a peanut butter jar. Man, that will never die. I see now. Okay, that's just gonna be a thing. Poor Seth. He's just wanting his peanut butter. Don't worry, nothing important happened in the newest episode. Everyone just dies. Alright. Sure. Yup. I can hear you, mate. Alright. Okay. We see everything fine. Alright. I always get scared when it's red because red means bad. So, of course, you know, I'm sorry. Alright. Okay. Good luck for me. It's just, why does your shadow have eyes? What are you talking about? What do you mean my shadow has eyes? Which shadow has eyes? Now you're freaking me out. Don't freak me out. Cool. Now it's is main character from Little Witch. Okay. Yeah. See, names not good. Good. I can't really talk about that because I do need to give that a rewatch. The last time I watched that was a few months ago, and now I'm talking about like the mini thing. So like, I need to refresh my memory on that. I'm sorry. When it comes to like my Little Witch Academia, because I've been kind of and this isn't like work or anything like that. It's mostly because I'm more enticed with the My Hero Academia, and so Little Witch Academia has kind of been overshadowed a little bit. Sorry about that. So until I know more about that, then we'll talk a little bit more about Little Witch Academia. Since you've seen the show for a lot of these streams, I'll let you know when my memory's fresh in my mind about that. There's the end. There's an end. Oh my god, no. No, I was hoping it would go forever. I still haven't gotten the full Spirit of Justice game. Seems like a good game though. Okay, yeah. It does. I say it's a step up from Dual Destinies. I do say that. I think the animations are a little bit more like cut into it, and the characters that like show up and the characters that return. I think since it's been part of the promotional, I don't think it is a spoiler to say, you know, everyone's favorite burger lover is coming back. But you know, I'm trying not to keep. I'm trying to keep as much spoilers as possible. So yeah, it's an interesting take that you have to say in this series, and I'm gonna make sure I don't say anything that isn't already explained via trailers and other things that are out there in stuff. For Ruby or ML, I think Ruby actually. Yeah, Ruby just has that feel, mostly because it's one of the only 3D like, you know, 3D animated shows that I can constantly look back on and say, man, this is great. Especially with that horrible taste I had in my mouth of that 3D iteration of the Flower of Evil. I don't know if you guys ever looked that up when I brought it up before, but it's not good. But of course, you have to look at the manga before actually watching that, because anyone would probably look at that like it's like doing a genocide run without doing a pacifist run. You'll have less of an impact. Of course, she started one in the middle of a game in Splatoon 2. Maybe stop everything to catch as soon as I could. Oh, come on. Oh, man, I'm just inconveniencing people with these random pop-up streams. See, okay, if it means anything, these streams will usually come out, like, in late, well, let's say 10-ish Eastern Standard Time, I guess. Is that a way for you guys to know? I'm in Texas, so I guess that's another way to determine what my time zone is for people, because there's a lot of different time zones out there. There's also a lot of timelines, but hey. Eraserhead or All Might? I don't know, because like Eraserhead, you know, he can erase anyone's quirk. I don't, and since he clearly showed he can erase the quirk of One for All via what he did with Midoriya in the very first like attempt of trying to like just use his finger, and not just use his finger, the very first attempt of trying to destroy the ball. Yeah, I think Eraserhead has All Might. But that means I'm questioning All Might's intelligence, because I think All Might is smart enough to get around Eraserhead, and there's a reason why he's the #1 hero, is because he can handle almost any situation on his own, despite any other guy's quirk against him. I mean, the shock absorption guy already shows that he can put in way more effort than people might lead him to think that he could. So maybe him versus Eraserhead might like catch him off guard in some way. So yeah, it really depends, because Eraserhead needs to keep his eyes on All Might at all times, and we're talking like All Might before the damage that he had. So we don't know what he was like in his prime before that damage put him into this weird skeleton-like state when his quirk is not there and not enhancing anything. So it's up in the air. But I think if I'm going with my gut, I would say All Might. But if I'm going with like maybe the obvious, maybe because Eraserhead's actual quirk. Eraserhead. Have you seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? See, my knowledge with JoJo, I'm a big here's like the most ironic thing to say about JoJo Bizarre Adventure. I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. However, it's been a long time since I've actually seen the series, and I know a lot of the things when it comes to the stance that a lot of the characters have. But right now, if I look at the series again, I'll be so lost. So there's been a lot of things that I've been trying to reread, rewatch, and re-inverse myself with, because to tell you the truth, ever since I got into college, my anime life has just been nowhere to be found. Like, I've only was able to hold on to a handful of animes in my time. Like Tokyo Ghoul and all that stuff like that, what I wanted to get into was impossible for me to get into because of college. So I'm happy that I could like go towards like One Punch Man when that came out, and people got me into it. And My Hero Academia and other sorts. But me and anime, we've really been dialing back. I know I was a big JoJo fan back when I was in high school and middle school, but like right now, I'm just like, never saw ML and Ari. Group friends, Ruby, team, yeah. Wow, I just had an imposter today. I think I remember you making a Glitter Force reference once, but you might have imagination. Glitter Force reference, if you're talking about me, I don't believe I have, because I don't remember me watching Glitter Force. If I accidentally made one, then I guess that show is right around my corner, since we apparently think the same. So, we'll see. Oh man, the joys of being so far below everyone. So far below everyone, just like everyone is just probably either answering or reacting to whatever I'm saying, and I'm just here trying to answer every question I can. I know your favorite background character. I know your favorite main 6 character. Yeah, it's Pinky. Pinky is still top. She's been top for a long time, actually. Hey, I love ya. Hey, I love ya, Jay. How did Bill enter the Ford's dream without the metal plate? Without the metal plate. How did Bill enter Ford's dream without the metal plate? Are we talking... What you... I'm trying my best to think of the scenario of what you're talking about. If you're talking about the time where he's like messing with them and he had a bunch of Bill clones around him, he didn't have the metal plate at the time. At least that's what I believe, because he didn't know Bill's true nature at that point. And for talking about the time that he mistook Stan and Stanford for each other, then the metal plate wasn't there. And even if he did, the whole scenario was that he allowed him to enter his brain. It's just that Bill couldn't forcibly go into it due to the metal plate. So I don't know. Rephrase the question a little bit. Maybe I can give a better answer, but I think that's my answer for that. Hey, what's up, Doc? Hey, voice man. Do you plan on reacting to the character shorts from River? Yes, actually. Yeah. Here's my problem. Like, I do have my reaction done for Weiss's already. That's already done. Actually, I'm even gonna go as far as to say I will admit that I was an idiot when I was watching it, because it has been a while since I've seen the latest volumes and stuff. And so you know how Weiss's sister, Blizzard, right? Oh man, me and names. But Weiss's sister, she can summon like a snow grim looking thing, wolf guys, and during that entire short, I thought this was like an attack, and she was just handling herself and stuff. But no, it's like never did it cross my mind. Until the end, until around the end, where I'm like, okay, I think this is Blizzard doing a test, but it should have hit me right then and there that, yes, that's the thing that she can do. She can summon these things. But I do go a little bit in depth about how I believe these character shorts are either going to show a little bit more about their strength and about the character's strength and weaknesses, because when it comes on one-on-one, Weiss is great. One-on-one, she has a lot of different arsenals and abilities that she can go up. But when she's like surrounded and she's by herself, she needs someone to back her up, or unless she's gonna get like overwhelmed very easily. She's good on one-on-one targets, but yeah, definitely not on a horde battle. Unlike Ruby, who is very good at a horde battle, which is shown in in her very first the red trailer. So you know. What doth life? I don't know. Not Alexander. What's your favorite Paladin? Voltron. P.S. You should react to the next season when it comes out. Trust me, I would, if I can get my other roommates to agree. I would love to, because since Voltron came out, it's been a group thing with Josh, Tyler, and I to watch Voltron, and it would be a shame for me to just watch it by myself and those two just have fun on their own, watching it on their own time. So I want to make it a group thing, and if they agree to that, I would definitely do a reaction series, like a group reaction series to the next Voltron series season. And to answer the Paladin question, it's between Pidge and Keith. I know it's kind of weird to say Keith, but Keith has grown, and I like his character development throughout the season, throughout the time, especially since all the Paladins really are way different from what they were back in the old series, especially Pidge. He's a girl now, so you know what I mean. Avatar Aang or Avatar Korra? Avatar Aang. I think I've had a discussion about this with someone else. If we're talking like my favorite character, Aang definitely, because, well, a little bit biased on the matter that he came first and he kind of just got me into the series in general, and he's the OG. And I love his personality a little bit more than Korra's. But if we're talking like fight, again, I still think Aang takes the cake because his entire bending prowess at that age that he was in just shows off how much potential that he had in general toward what Korra has. While Korra does have, I think, a little bit more like prowess in some of the bending, and I like how it's kind of different in the series. Like, Aang couldn't do fire very well because he didn't like its destructive nature. However, Korra can do air very well because it's more calm and she's very not calm. So I love that dynamic, and that's what made me like gravitate toward the two characters, because it's like showing like what would Aang be like if he was more like this, and what would Korra be like if she was actually Aang. It's funny. So yeah, but Aang definitely for that question. If you could make a name that includes two adjectives, what would it be? Honestly, I've made three, but they're more like joke names. I do that a lot. Two adjectives. Give me a minute. Hold on. Give me a minute to think about it, because this is a question that requires thought. I need, you don't just come up with a name on the spot unless you're Zaru Mahu Rohim, because that just kind of popped in my head when I came up with his character. Okay. Do you know Rick and Morty? I think I remember saying in the somewhere in the stream that yeah, I've done reactions to Rick and Morty. It's just I'm trying to get like further into the season 1 before I start uploading them. But yeah, I know Rick and Morty. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone's doing well tonight. They're all here listening to this guy talk for some reason. Have you ever played Conker's Bad Fur Day? It's a bit vulgar, but it's fun. The thing is about Conker's Bad Fur Day, never played it. However, I've watched plenty of people play it via YouTube, and I think my cousin once, but that's about it. I have never actually played the game hands-on myself, but I do love the game for how vulgar it is, and just, man, I'm just so disappointed in what Conker's turned into due to the stuff that's come out recently about his VR experience. So yeah, definitely a shot in the heart of that. I did like Conker. Just wish I could have given one of his games a shot when that came out. Who is your favorite character in Gravity Falls? That goes for either Mabel or Seuss. Seuss is my boy. I mean, like my boy. I love him. He's a bro. I love him. But Mabel's adorable. But then again, a lot of characters that are main characters are adorable. So I can't. So I have to limit myself to other main characters, side main characters, or side background people. But definitely Seuss. He's cool, dude. Okay. Let's see. Mod or Derpy, by the way. Derpy, by the way. By the way, I'm still laughing. You fell off your chair when you saw Derpy. See, here's the thing. You already answered your question. Definitely Derpy. I hurt myself for Derpy. Mod, I just, I could have hurt myself plenty of times, but I controlled myself. See, Derpy couldn't control myself. Clearly, that's the answer to your question. Please play High SWAT. That's just it. Give me a minute. I'm not being rude. Give me a minute, because right now we're in finals week. We're in finals week in college right now, and I'm currently on the fence about a certain project I need to get done in less than 4 days. So yeah, it's very serious. So until I'm out of finals week and I have my 2 weeks off to myself and all this financial stuff is out of the way, I would love to sit down and have a good game. Trust me, I would love that. And I would love to show my first experience with it if I somehow get this camera to work in a inverted sense that captures the video on my computer. Yes, I would love that. But give me a minute, alright? There's nothing I want more than have fun right now. Set the silver, gold, buried, bronze. Would you ever want to ever make a deal with? No, Like, I think making a deal with Bill is one of the dumbest things. It's like saying, hey, look, it's the devil. Would you ever make a deal with him? No, you're not supposed to do that. Because here's the thing about a deal with both the devil and Bill. It's kind of like a monkey's paw. You wish for something from a monkey's paw. They either do it so literally that you're like, or they bend the rules of what you say to fit their agenda. Like, that's just it. If I ever have to make a deal with Bill, I would already know that Bill is gonna either make me say, do, or act in some way that benefits him more than it will ever benefit me. If it wasn't for the fact that he didn't know the limitations of a human body, Dipper would be bodiless right now. So, no, never. Yeah, I know. I knew it was a thing. Me saying it was a myth was a joke, but I'd never had it before. I honestly never had. And I don't even, I've never actually seen one in, like, real life. Like in my own personal experience. Like, no one's ever brought in an ice cream cake. What is this icon $ in this chat mean? It not available in my area. Huh. Oh, I think that's super chat. I don't, yeah, I think that super chat is when people pay money for having their comments be more out there or something to make themselves, I don't know. But since I try to answer every single person anyway, I don't think you really need to pay to get more like, hey, look at me, I'm over here. I'm gonna find you. You're not gonna be ignored by me. So I honestly don't see the point in super chat, at least on my end. I get it, like, for like big time YouTubers have like over like thousands of people watch them, and so they want to have their like thing show a little bit more. But for me, like, it's not necessary. There's only 20 people watching. I don't think you really need to start jumping off your seat paying money just to say, hey, I'm here more. It's fine. I'm not gonna turn on super chat. I don't even think I can. I don't know. My sister a birthday, huh? Ladybug or Cat Noir? Oh man, now you're getting into personal questions because I love Cat Noir. It's like, all right. I guess I gotta go with Cat Noir because I love his personality. Because if we're only talking about, you know, Ladybug and Cat Noir, aka their geist and not who they really are, then definitely gotta go with Cat Noir. I do like him a lot. I love that. He reminds me a lot of Naruto if he was given a superhero role in France. So yeah. What's Paris? Oh man, I'm gonna get flack for that. Mr. Cobra, I think it's like a super chat. Yeah. I missed it. What's the good news? Oh, good news. I need one clip notes version. Good news is all I need to do is raise up $150, and that's it. Pretty much, that's all the money I will really need from this entire donation thing. And then once I do that, and once we reach that threshold of the amount of money I can just send to my mom, and then she'll get that entire thing done and over with, I'll delete the video saying I need help and pretty much wipe all traces of the link of Help Universe from existence, because that's the point where I don't need your money immediately anymore. But for people who still want to support me via Patreon for future events like this should happen, and they do want to support me in some way, whether they like my content on reacting or the stuff that I put on my DeviantArt, then hey, and you can leave whenever you want, and you don't even have to put a message saying I'm leaving because you didn't. Trust me, I understand. You're looking at a guy who doesn't believe in himself 99% of the time. So clearly, if you don't believe in me in that aspect and to give money to me, I completely understand. So that's why I'm not saying, hey, this is a dire need, give me money. No, I don't want you to give me money, but if you do, I would not only vastly appreciate it, but it shows me that there are good people who just do it out of selflessness of their hearts. Just even though I'm really just trying to do this on my own, and I realize doing it on my own, I would probably out of this apartment. So that's the good news, and I'll repeat it over and over. Whoever it gets into the stream and wants to know the good news. So there you go. Not Flawless. Yeah, We're Not Flawless is a good song, actually. It was almost going to make the top 10 list I got going, and hopefully I actually do that. I do want to do that, because there is one song I do want to talk about, and it hits me on a personal level, especially when it comes to the personal level of the pony singing it. So I'm not going to spoil it, but if you've been on my channel, you probably already know what the song is. And if you don't, hey, it's fine. have you seen the Netflix original series Stranger Things? I've heard of it. I've seen the thing that's on Netflix, but I have not actually seen it. Is it supposed to be based on like a universe or something, or is it like a particular universe, or is it like strictly original thing? Because like Seven Deadly Sins is a Netflix original, but it's only Netflix original because Netflix actually put in the resources to make it. You know what I mean? How old am I? I am 20. I'm turning 21 this December. Can't was a typo. Okay, yeah, so can, yeah. As I said, it would be like the title would have thus far into it, or so far, or as of such and such. I wouldn't say my definitive list that will never change, because all songs like this will always be no. Like I said, we're not flawless. Almost just overtook something that was like in the list, and I also limit myself again. Like there was like a lot of songs that I really enjoyed in like season 4. Because I think season 4 was like really a musical based like season. But since I wanted to limit myself, I limit myself to 1 song per season, 1 song per movie, and pretty much just 1 song per every like big installment. It's just to limit myself heavily to make sure one season doesn't get too much love and other seasons are not like left in the dust. Because there's always at least one good song and at least one good song in every iteration of something. That's what I wanted to show. But the list would go in like least to greatest in that order. Needs about 1 apartment. Not sure if anyone explains the Sans Japanese controversy, but to put it in short, apparently Sans speech. Yes. I looked it up myself. Turns out San uses a honorific of his to make it look like he's like a farmer or something, a country bumpkin, something along those lines. And people get mad about that because Sans is apparently not like that. To me, Sans has always been the character that doesn't care. I think that pretty much shows how much he doesn't care about honorifics about himself or other things. So I don't really know why this big brouhaha about it, because Sans is Sans. He can call himself whatever he wants, and I think it's accurate because he doesn't care. He even says it in the Battle of the Genocide run, how much he doesn't care and how much he stopped caring a long time ago. So like whatever he says, I believe it. He just jokes around to try to like show off in some way, shape, or form that he's not dead inside. Says a lot for a skeleton. And I love what they did with the papyrus. Can I just mention that? I love what they did with the papyrus. I love how they did it in the traditional, like, the traditional speech of reading sideways. It's amazing. Oh my god, at least reading down and that way. It's great. That's perfect for papyrus. It's awesome. Man, the Japanese organization, if it wasn't for that one apparent slip-up, that... Are you kidding me? Oh man, but alright. You can't... Whatever. People will complain about the smallest of things. People will complain about the smallest of things. Nice to see you again. Nice to see you too, Celestia. Nightmares, MLP. It's nice to see all people when I do these sort of things. This message is being restricted, or messages that a user wants to delete. Ah, okay. So, alright. I thought it was just like YouTube just immediately censoring people because they believe they take that's like messages up for review, right? Okay, so I get the difference. Let's see. Restricted. What's your favorite MLP character so far? The question isn't even here. That question needs to be here. So far, I think, yeah, Pinkie Pie. Did you get to read the latest chapters of My Hero Academia? No, again. Oh, man. Because right now, I'm after last stream that I did, so far it's just been me trying to do work ethic stuff, and right now I did a 10 hour to 11 hour work session, and it was torment to me. Mostly because I was working by myself and there was nothing with customers on that Saturday, because apparently no one cares about football or boxing or whatever the heck's going on. They just care about eating sushi with no TV. So whatever. So I had a very rough day, and I'll hopefully read it on my bus ride tomorrow. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Is in my area. He's little one with the great. Okay. Here's a thing for women. Yeah, a lot of people do hate him. Okay, I'm trying to remember what the first question was. Was it Midoriya versus Mineta? Mineta? Yeah. Okay, now I remember it. But there's the thing: people like to underestimate Mineta a lot. Like, I get why it makes perfect sense to do that. But this dude's quirk is to allow anything that touches the things on his head to just be stuck there. Doesn't matter how strong you are. If you're gonna use the OVA as like evidence of this, it can hold down All Might. Are you serious? It can hold down the strongest dude in their verse right now. That is overpowered if you do it, if you use it correctly. Especially the culmination between Midoriya and Mineta's Great Ball things. Like, that was an epic combination. Just smash and put them all in one location. Boom, they're stuck. They can't do anything. That, and plus he's immune to it. He could not even get stuck on that. All right, no spoilers, but he does some incredible stuff with his quirk. And I honestly have to say, if Midoriya had to fight Mineta, it's not an instant 1-hit KO for Midoriya. He would actually have to think about how he's going to avoid, because once his foot gets stuck or one like area of his body gets stuck, he can't move. There has yet to be a person I got to remember seeing that negated that, like, real. And I honestly want to know how Eraserhead would deactivate his quirk. Could he not, like, take him off his head or something? What would he do about the ones that are already on the ground? Like, how does that work? I want to know about that. But yeah, he does get a lot of hate because a lot of perv characters do get a lot of hate. But I find him very endearing. If he was able to get, like, a good moment out of me, like how Mr. Belly Button Laser actually made himself look cool, Mineta did the same thing in that moment that I'm thinking of, and I'm not saying it out loud. So yeah, who's the best CMC? You can't say that to me, because the CMC remind me too much of the Powerpuff Girls, of the cute one, the leader type, and the roughhouseian tomboy one. It's like, asking me who is my favorite CMC is basically asking me who's my favorite Powerpuff Girl, of which I do not know. So, again, I hate how bipolar this live stream health is. It's really, really hate it. I hate standing here because the delay makes it seem like I've just been standing here for way too long, and okay, it looks to be a little bit smoother. Is it supposed to be? I mean, it's very cool. All right, but again, I can't answer the CMC question unless I answer my Powerpuff Girl question, which to this day I still don't know. I can see if that counts. All right, he's catching up the questions. Jack might take a while. All right. Are chats not synced on live streams? Not really. Look, the thing is, there's a delay. There's a delay. Like, as soon as I'm saying this, I'm currently seeing, like, actions I thought I did, like, a minute ago. That's how long it feels to me that this delay is. But the chat is real time, so I'm answering the questions as fast as possible as they come in. However, the chat itself, I mean, the live stream itself has to catch up to me. So, okay. Should All Might marry Midoriya's mom since he's basically already his best dad? I don't think that is the thing that should happen. I don't think that is the thing that should happen. Now you're making me remember something I did not want to remember about All Might's condition. So, please, don't make it even sadder for the family of Midoriya. So, alright, okay. Oh, man. Oh, okay. I'm talking too much again. Yeah. It feels like a minute to me, though. It feels like a minute. It's a 10 to something seconds. Man, it feels like I'm talking like forever, and it's just now the me on the screen is just now catching up. Every question. I'm making sure no stone is unturned for question's sake. Random questions. Do you like black licorice? It's fine if you don't. I do. Here's the thing about black licorice. Never actually had it. Never see. I see that it exists, but I never actually had it, so I can't say I hate it. It's like one of those. It's like kids. I don't like broccoli. Have you had it? Nope. It's just that it's green and it's called broccoli. I do not like it. It's like with me and black licorice. I don't like anything that's. I don't like anything that. See, I don't even like regular licorice that much, so I don't really think black licorice will make it even better. So that's why I mean. It's like if there's an original candy that you already don't like. Okay, this is weird. Apparently, the stream ended a few seconds. For a few seconds, it's weird. Okay, man, oh man, I hate this building. I hate this Wi-Fi. I originally predicted MLP to go to season 7. Seeing your reactions off since your old channel. What is your favorite episode? Mine is still Crusaders of the Lost Mark, although the recent season. Yeah, this is weird. I'm really trying. I'm trying to. I'm trying to still talk and let you guys know that I don't want to just be me sitting here doing nothing, but I also don't want to talk much because I'm afraid like the live stream will buffer too much and then you'll just get like a bunch of hooey from nothing, and I'm trying to avoid that. I just wish that every time I came down here that everyone wasn't online. Everyone is always online whenever I come into this building because they always have either their friends or other sorts of things to get to. And then sometimes the health is green and there's no problems whatsoever. It's so bipolar. But my favorite episode of MLP in general has to be Pinkie Pride. Really, I really have to say that. After thinking about it for a lot, there has been like flop here and there, but I think Pinkie Pride is one of my favorite episodes for everything that's in it. Actually, my important question is: do you like cheese? Yes. It all depends on what kind of cheese, though. If it's Gouda or I'm sorry. I like cheddar. Cheddar's been my fave. Do you have any My Hero Academia merch? If you don't have get figures, t-shirts, what? I do have no merch. I barely get merch for any anime I watch. Actually, it's not that I don't want it. It's just that it costs a lot, like a lot. I'm not a materialist guy, really. I'm really just a dude who admires whatever it is that's there. So, like, if I wanted to buy, like, an All Might figure or a Midoriya, like, pop doll or something, pop figure or something like that, I'd have to really want it. I'd have to really, really want it. The only materialist things that I've gotten is General Apple Scabs from Homestuck. Actually, I think it's around here somewhere. Oh, hold on. Okay. If for all the materialist things that I have, it's this little mini Discord thing, keychain, that I thought was just too adorable to pass up. This little derpy pop figurine that I found to be even more adorable than the aforementioned Discord one, so I had to get this. I mean, like, if there was anything of derpy I had to get, it had to be that. And General Apple Scabs from Homestuck. It was the first time that a Homestuck like merchandise place came into Anime Matsui at that time, so me and my friends just kind of immediately headed toward it. And there is a Boa Hancock figurine from One Piece that I got. but I don't know where it is at this point, and I don't want to like spend too much time trying to get it. So just know that these are the only like materialistic things that I got. But yeah, I have to really, really either have a lot of money on in my pocket and just want to like want something, or I just have to really be in a mood. And by the way, hi, Shipping is Magic. It's good to see you. What's my favorite type of cookie? Sugar cookie, actually. It's always been sugar cookie. I'm actually really disappointed when sugar cookies stopped being sold at my local McDonald's, and I've been trying to find McDonald's that have them to this day. But I do want a T-shirt to add on to Miraculous Corazone's question. I do want a T-shirt with something that revolves around Go Beyond plus Ultra, I guess. But that's about it. I hope one day we can see Pinky go full on Pinkamania again. Yeah, that is a thing that many people are hoping and dreading to happen at the exact same time. I don't personally want to see it because that freaks me out, but I see why. I mean, like it governed its own personality at that point, so it's just like it would be an interesting concept. Anytime Pinkie Pie's hair deflates, anytime you hear that deflating noise, you just scream and panic. That's the sign that something's messed up. All right. Okay. Journal 3 status. Get this plate from a different dimension. Journal states that he got the. Oh, okay. Oh, again, since I'm so far behind, I have to connect other people's other questions that you asked with the responses that it took me a while to get to. So Journal 3 states that you got the plate from a different dimension. I don't remember that. A lot of things in Gravity Falls when it comes to like minute details or details in general, besides just the underlying what happened, is kind of up in the air with me. But if that's the case, you're like, man, then it would make sense for Bill not to be able to like really tamper with it, because if it was just a standard metal plate, I couldn't see how like Bill couldn't do anything about it. But it is from another dimension, and that would explain some things. Continue has made some very good episodes. Yes, I do believe Continue has. I haven't been watching many episodes at this point. Ever since the whole JonTron debacle thing came up, I haven't been watching like many like Normal Boots / like any other like branch from that sort of YouTubers recently. I do see John has come back, but he's gone again via break. So. By the way, shadows. I'm not buying it. Not buying it. My shadow is not sentient. At least I believe it's not. It hasn't done anything to try to kill me yet, because I believe that's what my shadow would try to do if it was up to obtain sentience. Because that's what I would do if I was my shadow. So hey. Do you have any MLP merch? Yeah. Well, luckily I already showed it. Cool. I'm really far behind, aren't I? Man, this will forever be weird. Did you know that Gravity Falls and Rick and Morty are connected? I don't believe that as far as I can throw that theory, but hey, if you have proof, please show that to me. Oh my gosh, I remember that. Scenes well made. Yep. Why don't you make a Let's Play? Because again, I don't believe I have the personality for it. Many people have been telling me otherwise, and I'm afraid that I might mess something up. The only Let's Plays that I remember doing is the MLP like Ace Attorney thing that was a project of, and Undertale. And those two things really took a lot out of me. Because there was like this sense in the MLP, like, you know, like Cross Phoenix Wright thing that I played, where Twilight had to find the mysteries of stuff. There was like this sense of, I need to make sure I don't mess up once to show how big of an Ace Attorney fan I am, or how good I am at the game. I don't know how pressured people are when making Let's Plays and stuff to show up, because if you mess up a lot, people will get on you for that. I know Game Grumps too well to know about that. So I think just doing reactions and getting the flack that I get from people saying I missed something or something like that is about as much as I need when it comes to criticism on that side. Let's Plays are just gonna add on to it, and I'm already crazy enough for that. You ever heard of Love Lives Sunshine. It's kind of reminds me of MLP in a way. It's probably why I like it so much. It's an anime, by the way. I have not. There's a lot of things I have not heard, and a lot of things I wish to get into. So having that in my memory and repertoire might come into play one day. Endeavor or Fire Lord Ozai. The thing is about Endeavor is he's not featless. He's definitely not featless. He's fought things in the manga and currently has fought things that have caught up with the anime. So we see his power output, and he's number 2 for a reason in the verse. And if we can scale off All Might and like divide that by 2 or something, then we can get a gauge on how strong Endeavor can be. But here's the thing about Fire Lord Ozai. It's been a while since I've seen Avatar, but can he generate lightning? Someone answer that question for me, because I honestly need to know, because my mind is thinking that he can, but what if he can't? I think that's just Azula and anyone else who can actually do that thing. You know, Azula, Iroh, you know, those guys. Can he generate lightning? If he can generate lightning, I think Fire Lord Ozai has a lot better chance of winning, since I think Endeavor only has fire. But if he can't generate fire, then, but if he can't generate lightning, then it's a better shot, and then I'll give another answer for it. But someone needs to answer that question, and sooner or later I'm going to get to that answer, because I'm, again, very far behind. If you play Life is Strange, yes, I have played Life is Strange. Got the 100% trophy of it, because all the trophies are is just taking pictures of stuff. And I have to say, I know it's a game and stuff, and it does that, and it does like things, and it did things I really liked, but to tell you the truth, I don't really like the ending very much. Like, there's so many things they could have done with the concept of time, but they didn't really hark on that. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but let's just say the ending made it seem like, to me, none of the things that I've done really mattered. At least into the forms of certain characters in the game. Especially one big character that you guys probably already know, with my big emphasis on it. So it's like I'm up and down on that. And as for like Before the Storm, I have like no real drive to play that game, because I already know the fate that I chose for Chloe in the long run of things. So it's like I feel nothing really. I already know where both these characters that I'm gonna get to know in this game is gonna lead up to. So it's like I don't like knowing the ending to something. That's it. I might get it if it's like on a sale or something like that, but there's really nothing driving me to like Before the Storm. But Life is Strange on itself, if I had to give it like a score, I'd say a 7.5 or to almost an 8 out of 10, because it is a good experience. Don't get me wrong. It's a well-built game with a lot of good things harking to it. It's just kind of like how people got really desensitized from Mass Effect 3 because of the ending. That's kind of what happened with me, but like on a better scale, because I believe the ending to Mass Effect 3 was questionable, but not questionable to the point where you have to like argue to BioWare to change things like that. You should never tell a creator to change what he believes was the right way to end something. That's not how it goes. Favorite J.K. Simpsons character: Ford, Tenzin, Johanna, Jensen, Cave, Johnson. Any other from any media? J.K. Simmons. Cave Johnson. There you go. I think Cave Johnson. I think that's the main, because this main one I really remember. Zuko and Todoroki versus Midoriya and Aang. Since Aang kind of stomps a lot of things, because we're talking Aang here. Look, Aang, Todoroki has ice and fire, yeah, but Aang can just turn his ice into water and use it against him, and already bend the fire that he's already throwing at him. And Zuko just, again, we've already seen that Aang could take out Zuko, like pass Zuko, fairly easily without even using firebending and just using airbending. We're talking about a guy who can use earth, fire, wind, water, variations of these things in the battle. And then you have Midoriya, who's, granted, at this point, not like fully in control of his powers, but definitely a good tactician right now, especially when he's already fought Todoroki and already knows a lot of things about him, so he could probably deduce some things that Zuko can do. And since Zuko, in on himself, doesn't like to do or seems to not want to do or can't, because again, it has been a while since I've seen Avatar, use lightning manipulation, and I think only can redirect lightning, it's not going to really do much for him. So gotta go with Midoriya and Aang, mostly because Aang is too well diverse in the matter, where the other two only have two things at their disposal, one of them being easily bendable back by Aang, because it's one of his second most versatile bending techniques, and that being controlling water. Upstaged Katara and everything about it. It's okay. Do you consider Bill defeat luck? Do I consider Bill's defeat luck? I consider Bill's defeat as the common he gets defeated because he's an idiot kind of defeat. If you know what I mean? Because Bill, this godlike bender of reality thing, who is one of, he thinks high regard of himself and does all this stuff. However, he doesn't even stop to second guess twins. To me, that still ticks me off to this day. Because it's like, Bill, you know they're twins. You know, did you really not expect one of them to try to pull a fast one on you? Really? Really though? Like, you couldn't even fact check, be like really like look at him and be like, I don't know, are you really? Like not even for a second. So I don't think it's luck. I just think it's because Bill was an idiot. Like, to me, that moment solidified that maybe Bill was a little too overhyped for my liking. And I know I'm kind of gonna get some flack for that because Bill, yeah, Bill was awesome, but man, there was a lot of stuff he could have done that would have stopped a lot of other things. Like, I'm really disappointed in Bill after that. Like, if I had that unlimited power, I would have second guessed a little bit. I'm happy that he stopped like the first time he was about to be defeated with the whole circle deal. Well, that was more of their fault. But definitely, come on, Bill, think. Even if you're not actually dead, even if you're gonna come back somehow because that's somewhat hinted or something, still, come on, man. Have you ever seen There She Is animations? Yes, I have. But I don't think I remember them. because there's a lot of stuff that I know I saw, but I don't remember. And since I don't remember them, I kind of go for them in like a reaction sense because I still don't know what the heck I'm watching. But I'll see if it comes back to me as soon as I see like the thumbnail or something of it. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna do a reaction series to it if I instantly remember what happens. Look at me, I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Answer me. Just yeah. Have not gotten to that episode yet, but I do know that's the episode I do vaguely remember the most of. I think that's the only episode I know on my own time that I know about Rick and Morty, of how I know Rick and Morty even existed. Mr. Meeseeks. It's like the Shadow Clones of Naruto. They get summoned, they need to do what they're told to do, and then they die. That's it. If you keep them around long enough, they start become sentient, and they start to question their reality. And then they start to go crazy. I remember that filler episode. Look at me. Midoriya x Eureka, Idia x Eureka, or Bakugo x Eureka. I like Midoriya x Eureka because it's mostly hinted like a lot that it's actually going to be like a canon pairing later on, whenever either of them musters up the courage to actually tell each other how they felt. But I know that Bakugo x Eureka is another popular one, considering that apparently they have a lot of chemistry toward each other, especially with one of those side things I remember reading, that Eureka tries to tell Bakugo to stop treating Midoriya as like this inferior thing. Weren't you two once friends or something like that? I saw that connection between the two, especially how Bakugo reacted to her words. Definitely shows that Bakugo at least has some type of difference in relationships toward any other person in the series than Eureka does with him. So like that, I get it. I can see why people can ship those two together, and it makes sense. But since I like Midoriya and Eureka, because you know I'm more of a true canon pairing kind of guy, so yeah. Only if it's like really like obvious that these two were supposed to like come together at some point. Do you know Evil Morty? No. I do now. Thanks. I'm joking. It's not your fault. You didn't spoil me anything. Actually, I got it from like a spoiler. No, I got it from like a thumbnail on a video that was randomly popped up. Since I filtered out my YouTube to make sure I don't get like Steven Universe, MLP, or any other type of thing that I'm reacting spoilers, I kind of didn't do it for Rick and Morty since it's so new. But yeah, I got a lot of like spoilerific things, but I don't really believe them until I get to the episode. But that just basically confirms that there is Evil Morty. But here's the thing. I have very low expectations for Evil Morty right now. So let's keep those low expectations there. So if they get destroyed, it won't be anyone's fault. And it's just, that's it. Hey guys, help me think of some death battle ideas. I swear I'm pretty much out. Hey, I want someone to fight Tengen Toppa and Gurren Lagann. But there isn't a mech big enough to fight them. So if we're going like mech versus mech, it's gonna be pretty hard to get, since it's been stated Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann is the largest mech in anime. Period. If you prove me wrong, so I can see it. But I don't think anyone is bigger than the foreseeable universe. Thank you. I believe in you, man. I legit got disappointed when a certain death battle didn't include a certain character. Then my attitude turned 180 on that. I probably get you. I think I had that. Bill Cipher versus Stevie Universe. Bill? Here's the thing. Like, are we going like... How are we talking here? Like, we got Bill Cipher... Because if we're talking like he's not bounded by anything, then if we're talking Bill Cipher, he has to have Weirdmageddon activated. If he has Weirdmageddon activated, he basically wins almost any fight since he can bend the rules of the reality that he's in to his whim. I like Steven. He's a strong dude. He takes a lot of hits that I didn't expect him to take, especially during that time where he fought Bismuth. But, like, I don't think he can take on a reality warper. Not yet. If ever, but not yet, definitely. Man. Because unless you show me that Steven has some rally warping capabilities, I don't think he has a chance. Peanut butter rip in the arms of Angel. Ah! In the arms of an angel. Hello, just got back from college project. Anyway, your Persona comic series on DeviantArt. Are there any Personas that have been recommended to you that have really caught your attention? Definitely some, definitely all the ones that are currently in the, like, as in the Persona calling out thing that I posted as a journal. Definitely those. I want to use them in some way, shape or form. And I'm currently thinking of stuff right now. Like, right now, you know how there's a Mementos in, Persona 5? I'm trying to see how the structuring of my quote-unquote Mementos is gonna be. And I want to see what, like, the gist of it is, because my first interpretation was that everyone has their own anime and game world that involves themselves. So the next big step that would connect every single world together would be the realm of fanfiction. But then that would be cringy as hell. So I'm trying to think of something better. Thank you. So yeah. Takamura versus Borog, even though they put TJ combo instead, the fight is still great. Ah, okay. The reason why Sans is always in more than one place is because he can teleport. Yeah, I pretty much do that. Like, where did this conversation start? Are you answering someone else's question, or are you trying to tell me something? Because what do you think his shortcuts are? Him just walking through a wall and he's no-clipping through the area into the other side of the game? While that would be cool, I'm pretty sure it's teleportation. He even does it during the fight. Yeah, I know he teleports. Yeah, they did so bad. 2 death battles in a row. What do you think of Bakugo's hero name? What do you think Bakugo's hero name is? Since we haven't yet heard what it is in the manga and anime, a lot of fans are speculating his hero name will be a nickname Midoriya gave him as Kachan. I'm still having problems with pronouncing that because it's like I want to kind of Kachan. Yeah, okay, Kachan. Yeah, okay. That I would see Bakugo doing it, but I also don't see him doing it at the same time, because Midoriya only kept Deku because someone changed the meaning of the name for him. So that's why you wanted to keep it. And I got that, and I found that would be really endearing. All Might, you can do it. I like those two I like those two things at a hero name. Bakugo, K-chan, there's really nothing meaning behind K-chan besides just like a name that Midoriya gave to him as they were kids. Unless I'm wrong, because I did try to look up why does Midoriya call Bakugo Kachan, and even when he was saying they're after Kachan or something like that, they didn't understand what they mean. And I'm not going to put any context into it because no spoilers, but yeah, there's really no meaning to that word. So unless Bakugo put a meaning to the word, he's just going to look at it as a word that as a name that Midoriya gave him as to belittle him, because you know that's what Bakugo was at the time. If I had to pick a name for Bakugo that isn't a name from any other character, period, clearly not, nope, not at all, Sparky Boom Man. Maybe, probably. Definitely not a name that I'm taking from someone else. Definitely not. What are you talking about? Get that image out of your head. It's clearly not that guy. Don't even think about it. Nope. Stop. Nope. It's something completely different. It's original. Alright. But yeah, it's up in the air about the Kachan thing. Am I here late? What was good news? I think other people at this point already told you, but you know, again, I need $150 at this point to be OKKO with this whole bill thing with my apartment. Then I won't have to ask any money from anyone like in a personal sense, and that would be pretty much it. The only way that you can either send money to me and help me out and like YouTube will be Patreon. That's it. No PayPal stuff. Not at all. We react to Loud House again in the future. Yes, definitely. I will react to. I want to react to Wander Over Yonder again. I want to react to all these things all over again. I just need to get them all set up on my new computer because they're not on there anymore like they're on my old computer. Death Battle. Bill Cipher versus Sora. Like, come on. All right. Granted, Sora has fought things that just redirects the reality against them, like the man, I'm not good with the organization guy's name. Xigbar? I think his name is Xigbar. Xigbar can just look at me. If I'm getting a name wrong, it's the guy with the guns, and he's number 2 in the organization, and pretty much has like the most connection between anything else in the story. Period. But Xigbar, he can just. Hey, look, you're in a new area. Look at me, I'm on top of the ceiling. Hey, look at me, I'm walking on air. I'm just shooting at you. Ha 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 ha. And Sora just adapts to it. Sora's a very adaptable fighter, but again, Bill Cipher plus Weirmageddon equals hard dude to fight. Alright, I don't see Sora being able to really take him down if he can't, like, overcome that reality warping prowess and murderous intent. The Time Baby thing guy shows up and he's like, bam, and done. He just one-shot time. So, okay, we have to talk about this. Bill Cipher versus another reality warper, please. Just a random thing not to think about too much. Sans versus Deadpool. Occurred to me right now. Sans versus Deadpool. I think, okay. Here's the thing about Deadpool, he doesn't really die. He has a healing factor that pretty much saves him from anything. Like, literally anything at this point. As far as I know. He'll take some time to heal, but he'll still be alive when it comes to like a death battle. Or like a battle in general. If we want like a regular battle, like a woman in Melee, I think Sans can take him because Deadpool has a lot of karma behind his back being a mercenary. And he has done some bad things. Especially if we're trying to go off like... I don't know how the karma system works, but if it goes on every iteration from any timeline or any universe of that character, the Deadpool that killed the Marvel universe would automatically one-shot Deadpool if that karma system was, if that's how the karma system works. Because he just everyone, all right. But if it's only for an individual, if we're talking like the current Deadpool who doesn't really have that much on his shoulders, like as of late, because he has been going over a new leaf of himself, then yeah, the karma system would not work as well. But that's only if, you know, what I thought. Like, you know, any iteration, it just all correlates to whatever you are. Boom. That's hard. Also, did you know they did make a game based on home? Yes, not a lot of people have been telling me to play it and let's play it and stuff. I want to play it. I actually want to play it on my own time in general, but I can't because I got stuff to do. So until that stuff is gone, oh damn, I'm gonna get to it. I want you to start making reaction videos. Well, we'll start making reaction videos. I'm gonna do your clip notes version because I believe I've said this before, like many other videos. William said, "Hey, Generation 4 is awesome. Watch it." No, I didn't watch it. And he's like, I lied. I said I'm gonna watch it, but I didn't watch it. And he's like, questions, got them all wrong. Here, prove it to me by making videos and watching the series and giving your initial thoughts of it. And for the fun of it, post it up on YouTube. You need some time in your life. Did it? Fans came in. I actually got a good following. A lot of people helped me out. Narrator especially helped me out in that aspect. If it wasn't for him, I probably would not have like the good first following that I had when I started my YouTube channel. And one thing led to another, and I just stuck around because you guys were kind of awesome. So it was like, if I needed to talk to people, you guys are pretty much good to talk to because you're actually making me like forget the fact that I got work tomorrow and it's probably still gonna be a hard day. So hey, I'm gonna see if I can make this stream as long as possible before I have to go to sleep and wake up at like 5 in the morning. Have you had a chance to read the prequel to the MLP movie? I don't think so because I didn't know that existed. I do believe someone did tell me that, but I don't really remember it. And give me 1 second. Talking this much really makes my throat parched. I need my sustenance. Sorry about that. Sorry, I got to the question of saying please react to the Animation Rewind Sans versus Bill Cipher. See, here's the thing. I did watch that, and I think if I remember correctly, Bill won. And it's because Wyrmageddon was activated, and it's just weird. So I can't like fault them for that. I mean, that's what Wyrmageddon does. But again, any fight that I feel doesn't require me to watch because I already can see the outcome a mile away. I don't feel like doing reaction series to it because I'm just gonna be like very monotone because it's just like. It's not me finding out something that I want to know. It's just me going on a tour of stuff I already guessed. So it's just see here. Deadpool regenerates. Sans has 1 HP. Plus Karma has no place on Deadpool because he can heal faster than he hurt. He's hurt. I get that, but yeah. Like the healing factor in on itself and like stuff like that. The battle is just for me. It's just it really depends. If we're talking like a battle, just like how the 1 minute melee Deathstroke can beat Deadpool, but he can't kill Deadpool, but he can beat Deadpool. I can see the same thing with kind of like Sans. I think Sans, if the karma system works the exact same way I think it is, and the Gaster Blasters and stuff like that, I think he can take him down, but not kill him. Definitely not. It takes a lot to kill Deadpool, which a lot of things of which I don't think Sans has the arsenal to do. My hair will never stop growing, some may say. Hopefully it never stops growing, because I don't want to be bald when I grow up. That would be very ironic for me. Alright, man. I'll see you later, Sophie. Well, what's All Might's condition? I've never seen. I'm not gonna say it because it's kind of like a spoiler. So yeah, I just use condition as in a way that you guys need to like interpret it for yourselves in a certain way. But don't say that I just blatantly told it to you. So no My Hero Academia spoilers. Be patient, guys. You respond fast as you can. Certainly, I don't. It's pretty cool. Thanks. I'm happy someone appreciates the fact that I want to care about everyone. Very reminder how you answer everyone's question. Most YouTubers skipped over most of the questions. Yeah, man. I only got 19 to 20 something people. The only time I'll ever actually do that was probably if I get like a massive number, like 30. I'm joking, but like I want everyone to have their time because these are live streams. These things go on forever if they need to. So like, I'll answer. This is for you guys. Besides, it helps with anyone else who might have questions they might ask the same of. I said that wrong. Didn't seem like I like it ended. Don't seem like it. Well, it seems still be up here after it's over. Yeah, it should be. It should still be up once everything's said and done. So it should still be up. Catch the latest episode of My Hero Academia sub to dub. I actually haven't been watching the anime recently. I think it's because I'm just so used to just reading the manga, and I pretty much already know everything's gonna happen at this point. I've used the anime as a way of, if there's a moment I want to see animated, I would watch the episode then. But then I'll just see, unless it's something I want to see animated, that's when I watch the anime. But if it's something I know that's just more exposition than that of the stuff that I want to see, like the Todoroki Midoriya Idia versus Stain fight, I did want to see that animated. I wanted to see what they would do, what they did with that, and I was not disappointed. There were some minor nitpicks of things, but that's about it. But yeah, just like how I saw the All Might versus the shock absorption guy, I loved how that was animated. So definitely, I want to see what the anime can do to these scenes that are really good, especially Todoroki versus Midoriya. That was great too. But I think we are coming close to another thing I can't wait to see. So so I will be getting back into it. Yeah, yo, dude, yeah. It was a great picture. Benimaru. Oh man, Benimaru. Hopefully I got that right. Butchering names here. Yes, I loved it. Oh my lord, I loved it. I love the Cutie mark too. Like for the longest time, it's just been some sword with like some sticks coming out of it. So like, you know, since his name is Arbiken, which is tree sword in 2 different languages. And I always want to know what his actual humor would be. The fact that it's a tree and the trunk and not the trunk and the roots form into a heart. Yes, he loves trees. Yes, that's perfect. That's brilliant. Yes, thank you. Man, that's my canon. That's my canon cutie mark for him now. Thank you. Scale mate, I see you. I sewed one of my own before the official ones were made. Oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool, man. I really want to see that then. Man, these scale makes. Yeah, General Apple Scouts was the only one that I found interesting because it actually was one of the first things of Homestuck I actually got to see without actually knowing about Homestuck at all. So it's like this little guy is really good. This episode, season 1. Aloysius season 2 through 4. It's kind of skipped aside from premieres and finals. Season 5, door punching. 6, best credit ever. Yep. And season 7, relatively normal. Do you play any online games by chance? I just started playing Legends of Equestria. It's unfinished overall. It's alright. I have not been playing many online games actually. I think the only online game that I'll actually get back into is Fusion Fall. And that's Fusion Fall, the new Fusion Fall Legends. Is that what it's called? It's a new Fusion Fall. It's like people want to bring that game back because it was awesome back when Cartoon Network had it. Sucks that they took it down and they changed it and it's stupid and it's fun. This is another Cartoon Network rant. But good dedicated fans are trying to bring that game back. So if that does happen to come out, I'll definitely that's what I'm going to. Man, I miss Fusion Fall. That was a great game. As for Legend of Equestria, however, I have not played. In one of the Rick and Morty episodes, we see a picture of Bill Cipher. We're screwed. Well, here's the thing about Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty is actually more on the real life side of things. Like, it's like they will make references to pretty much anything. And I've only seen 3 episodes. Like the 3rd episode, I believe, was just the Inception episode, where it's just going in with it. So Inception is an actual movie, so meaning that this world is actually just the real world. So it's possible that Gravity Falls was a real thing that came up and someone just either put that there because they were a fan of Gravity Falls or something otherwise. So give me more details about where the thing is and how it showed, because I see that this is just real life that they're in, and just crazy stuff happens. Huh. Sonata or Sonata? Turnabout Storm or Rainbow Rocks? If we're talking about my favorite character, I gotta go with Sonata via Rainbow Rocks. She's adorable and clueless, but I love her. Sonata in Turnabout Storm. She was an interesting character when it comes to like being in just a pony version of Mia. But hey, whatever. But yeah, she was all right. She was all right. I'm still waiting for like the new project that they talked to me about, and I did a blind reaction to the trailer of. I know it's probably gonna take a long time, but hopefully like nothing bad happens, like it has to get canceled or something like that, I really want to see that next installment to the Phoenix Wright Cross MLP series. That was one of my favorite series. I just wish my old reactions of it were up, because that's when people really saw my great detective skills of Ace Attorneying was at work. Because apparently, one episode before like the big reveals of stuff was gonna happen, I got a lot of stuff right, and I'm happy I did, because man, this was well structured. It was well structured, well thought out. So when the next installment of that comes in, can't wait to do a reaction series of that. What's wait, that's a thing? Yeah, that's a thing. Did you see the movie It? No, I have not seen the new movie It. I think I mentioned this in another stream, but I do want to see it in theaters, and I think I'll have a chance to see it this Friday. It was gonna be Thursday, but oh man, you guys don't know yet, do you? You guys don't. Okay, I think this is a better time than any. My electric bike is broken thanks to the bike repair company that I brought to. The bike, at first it was just like a stray nail went into the tire. I needed an electric bike company to fix it, because regular bike companies don't do it, because they only do regular bikes. So I found a place. It's in downtown Austin. I went there, brought it there, had to leave it there, and so I could pick it up tomorrow. Went through a long run of buses and transits and stuff like that to get to the area. Waited like a good 2 hours outside their door waiting for them to get my bike fixed. Paid $110 for the fees for the new inner tube and the labor and the overall hour of labor that they did, only to come back home, which took me using my regular bike as the electric bike as a regular bike, which is really hard to do. Since it was an electric bike, it's not really was made for like uphill battle for an uphill ride. It was made strictly so you could use the electric function that it has. And since I had to manually do it, man, I was tired as all hell when I got home. Only to then put the key in the battery, turn it, have the thing not turn on, which made me have to use an Uber to get to work today, because I refuse to go back to my old bike days because of how tired and how much I hated my life using it. So right now, I think I remember. Yeah, you'll see this anger from me in one of my Rick and Morty episodes, because I wanted to watch Rick and Morty to get my mind off that. So yeah, I went through above and beyond to get my bike just to get a tire changed, and now I can't use my bike in general because of how much it cannot be used. So they told me they can't really tell me how to fix the problem unless they can see the bike. So on Thursday, which is when everything's done in school, on Thursday I'm gonna have to take the trip back with my bike all the way over there, give them my bike, make them fix it, and I swear to God, if they make me pay for them fixing that, I am not, no, I refuse to pay. I don't care what kind of authorities they call. I'm not paying them to fix something that they broke on my bike. So me getting to that is actually really starting to tick me off. So let's change the subject. I'm going to continue on with the questions. But yeah, on Friday, gonna watch It. Where do dreams come from? The mind. So how did Bill enter Ford's mind? We're still on this? I don't know, man. Bill is a dream demon, whatever god thing. Don't question him. I don't know. He can bypass stuff. He's a reality warper in his own right. I don't know. Give me a minute. Now, when we say Ford, when we say Ford, like not Stanford, like Stanford, like the real Stanford Pines, like the brother that was inside the portal. We're talking like Stan, regular Stan or something like that, like Grunkle Stan. We're talking about Grunkle Stan. The reason why he got into his mind because he doesn't have a plate. It's his. So again, you gotta make sure you're really clarifying this on me. Your shadow is moving. Really? My shadow's moving. Oh, and here I thought my shadow would just be a static thing. In fact, if it was static, I'd be even more creeped out. Are you kidding? Oh man. I say you should react to any of the Rainbow Dash Presents. Yes, actually, I do remember me reacting to I think 1 or 2 of those already. Just haven't gotten back into it. I knew they did like Rainbow Factory one. I should really do those. Yes. Try and say something cool without talking about 3, 2, 1, go. Thinking about it. Achieve your dreams unless you don't. Is that cool? No, it probably wasn't. I really did just throw up some random words there. I'm sorry. You watched Danny Phantom? Yes. Yes, religiously when I was a kid. Yeah, I love Danny Phantom. It was a very big childhood show for me. It was one of those shows that I wish they brought back. Well, basically rebooted since I believe they actually ended the series. Rebooted at the time, but I don't believe that they'll actually do it right. Because Nickelodeon, while they are a little bit better in terms of what they do and how they structure their shows than Cartoon Network has been doing, I still want the past to be the past. That's why I kind of am on the fence about Dragon Ball Super, because I would rather Dragon Ball Z be this legend of an anime where you had these great epic moments and these great epic people go out on a final bang just like how they did, and then you got Dragon Ball Super just milking the product again for money because money exists. So it's like it feels lackluster. Yes, it's Dragon Ball, but again, it's not as if we didn't already have this. You know what I mean? The universe swag. Did you watch the My Hero Academia OVA entitled "Training with the Undead"? Training the Undead, where Midoriya, Todoroki, and others fight other Class 1A students who've been zombified due to other heroes' quirks. Nope, have not seen that one. The only OVA I've seen is the one that I talked about when I was talking about the Grape Dude being able to trap All Might. That's the only one I got to see. Since now that you told me of that existence, I'm definitely going to watch it because, dude, having Midoriya and Todoroki work together to fight off zombified classmates is definitely going to be cool to see. Do you have any upcoming reactions? All the Rick and Morty episodes I got done, the Weiss trailer, and I believe I do probably have one more in there. Oh, and the Equestria summertime shorts that I have. However, I think I should tell this to you guys, at least to the 16 people that are watching. I could not get 2 of the shorts, mostly because I think they were just mainly music based, and they're kind of hard to come by. For me at least. So like those are the only 2 I was able to get my hands on, so I'm gonna upload that video, and anyone has those videos for me to get, I would say them now, but I think it's better if I do it in a better wider audience, you know what I mean? And then I get to jump on any matter if someone has the episode for me to watch. But I do have most of them though. I think Firelord Ozai conjured lightning to attack Zuko after the solar eclipse. Yeah. See, I think that's what I'm thinking of too. Like, as soon as the solar eclipse was done, he just went off, right? So if he can do lightning, yeah, okay. Back to the whole Endeavor versus Lord Ozai thing. Since he has lightning, it's gonna be like Natsu versus Ace in a death battle all over again. Ace versus Natsu in and of himself is a stalemate type of battle involving 2 guys using fire against each other. But as soon as you give the other guy a thing that the other guy does not have, being lightning, he's probably gonna win. So that's my take on it. Since Ozai has lightning on his side, he has a better chance of beating Endeavor, since Endeavor only has fire. Derpy, 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 derpy. Yes. I don't even have to say the second one because it's just yes. You still doing 1-minute melee reactions? Several good fights there. I mean, all their fights are impeccable. Yes, all their fights are in fact impeccable. But yes, I'm definitely gonna get back into those. I do see that when it comes to like thumbnails, I did see that there's a Kakashi versus, oh man, it's been a while since I said his name. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's one of those names. It's Kuchiki, but I don't. His last name. Oh man, I can't believe I don't remember his name. How do I not remember his name? Kakashi versus him. But yeah. Whoa. I remember everything about his like, you know, his Bankai. I know everything, but I forgot his name? I feel sorry for myself. Rukia's brother. I'm just going to use that right now. Rukia's brother, and I think that's going to be an interesting fight. Though I do think that it's kind of one-sided in terms of, like, certain circumstances, but I'll have to watch the battle, because 1 Minute Melee doesn't care about that kind of stuff. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Do you want to be the Shadow Socks? He's so two-dimensional, he just stays leeching off your fame. Yeah, tell me about it. Get a life, or a job, or something. Oh, wait, you do have a job. It's my job. You're just there with me. You just hardly be able to see. Yeah, he's a cheapskate, but I love him. We're really attached, if you know what I mean. What? Rick and Jerry? I don't know what that is either. See, it's not a spoiler. Don't get on him. Don't get on him. It's not his fault. Really, I already got the spoiler due to a whole separate thing. Him just bringing it up just doesn't change anything, actually. I already know there's an evil Morty. I just have low expectations about how this evil Morty acts. So unless I know what I think I said this in my last stream. Depending on spoilers, the spoilers only have enough power as you give them to be. So if I feel deeply hurt that I know something that I wasn't supposed to know in a series that I'm getting into, only I can dictate how much that hurt me. And it doesn't hurt me. As soon as I saw Evil Morty, I'm like, okay, sure, that's going to happen at some point. But then again, I wouldn't be surprised. When it comes to the concept of Rick and Morty, I see that there's just going to be multiple dimensions, universes, and stuff like that. So I don't know how this Evil Morty is brought up. But if I had to take a wild guess, it would probably be, you know, an alternate dimension, that alternate reality or something like that, where everything is opposite or something. I don't know. Or maybe he was created by Rick in some way, and he made a mistake or something. I don't know. Maybe he's a clone that just had a bad rep. And like, see, since I don't know these things, the spoiler means nothing. I need to know the context of the matter to actually be spoiled. So don't get on anyone for spoilers. All right, don't do that. It's not a good time. Try leaving your comment before you catch it. Unless you said something there that was going to be really spoilerific. But again, I stand by what I said. It's not a spoiler. It's literally every single episode. See, again, it all depends on what a spoiler is. I don't even know what it is. Okay. Are you still friends with the person who tricked you into doing a genocide route? Yes, yeah. Will has always been my friend. If it wasn't for Will, I wouldn't probably be here doing a live stream to you guys. Will is the progenitor of my channel. Without him, I would not be here right now. Okay, he is the lifeblood of this channel. He used to be a moderator for my channel. He used to be a lot of things, but since, you know, life happened, we were kind of not like really close in terms of actual physical altercations with one another, but we talk a lot and we're friends. The genocide, I'm not gonna discharge a friendship because of game. All right, the game was awesome, but it's not worth ditching your friends over because he made you do something you didn't want to do. I'm just happy that he was man enough to actually do it, knowing the consequences that he knew was gonna happen. So hey, it was his new phone, not mine. All right, there's only so far I will go. Hey, Rose Lips, glad you made it. Okay, did another jump, so that's good, I guess. Oh, nobody likes spoilers. Oh man, real big spoilers, huh? Man, okay. You're. Okay, let's see here. Okay, yeah, whatever Jax was supposed to do. I guess that's another good thing that I answer a lot of people's questions. Because if I was just like keeping up with everyone in the chat, I guess I would have been spoiled, right? Right? So yay for me wanting to make sure everyone's voice was heard. Whatever. Okay. Who do you think is more powerful, Bill Cipher or Discord? Who I think is more powerful? I believe Discord is more powerful in the context of their verse. Let me just get that out there. Because if we're talking about the context of their verse, Bill Cipher took over like an area in a place. Discord took over like a majority of the planet, pretty much, of Equestria. He just made one place the chaos capital of the world. Didn't mean that he didn't mess with any other place during his ruling regime. When he was the first villain. The first villain. Get this inside you guys' head. He was the first villain that had to have the princesses get the elements of harmony from the Tree of Harmony, of which he was about to corrupt with his own like deeds of the seeds he was eating. Like, this dude is definitely something to be reckoned with. However, when it comes to like a death battle between the two, it all depends on who's the more aggressive one, and I believe Bill Cipher is way more aggressive with his strength. So in context of the verse, I do believe Discord has a lot more power. Plus, he likes to flaunt out his reality warping way more than Bill does, actually. Frankly, it's actually surprising how much he flaunts his reality warping abilities. Granted, the main point that you get where Bill warps reality is when Wyrmrgedding is activated, so he can have all of his dreamscape powers in the real world. But even then, comparatively, even till now, Discord has shown more randomness in his reality warping and more like versatility, like for me personally. Okay, let's see, earphone jack or President Mike. It's like putting a teacher up against a student and expecting me to not go with the teacher. Like, I like earphone jack. She's incredible. I love her quirk. I love how creative her quirk is in general. Is just earphone like present Mike is like, he just says yo and a lot of things just go by. All right, so okay, unless I know more about, you know, like the end game earphone jack, I don't think she has a chance. Bill Dip. Give me a second while I process the ship name. Oh, that's a ship name. Okay, there you go. See, it did take me like a slight second to be like Bill Dip. Dipper Bill. Oh, okay, there we go. Bill Dip. People ship Bill and Dipper together. Granted, I know people who ship everything with anything, but why? This is my questions to some of these things. That's how I feel about it. Why? There you go. What character from other forms of media would you like to have a death battle with your character? With my characters? With my characters. It's like really getting personal here. We're getting into like it's like I was thinking about this for a long time, type of stuff. I was planning on doing a death battle between Betty, aka Betty Noir from Glitch Tale, aka from Cammy's Glitch Tale series, versus Judo, being the main character of my series, but it's Chapter 1 Judo, because Chapter 2 Judo kind of jumps in the scale of his powers. But I do believe Chapter 1 Judo, my main character, he's the most grounded in forms of his strengths, and so I wanted to put him up against Betty. I'm not gonna spoil who wins. Let's just say the strengths do outweigh the weaknesses of many of the characters that death battle is. So that's that. But like, if we want like my top 3 characters that I want to fight my other top 3 other characters, they're all Undertale based actually. And I hope with my time I could actually be able to do animatics of those fights. And for those of you who are curious, it's Sabaru, the kid with the 2 eyes with the demons and stuff like that. You could see that in my a Broken Family animatic that I did, that kid who has those two demons behind him, versus Sans. Tabris, aka Katrina, aka the woman that's in the prologue and stuff like that, her versus Friss. Since she is the angel of determination, I want to see how she would fare up against a fight against a kid who is very versatile in determination. Kuthala versus Asgore, because they kind of share the same traits of how they want to rule their people, with somewhat kind of compassionate leaders, but still have their own malevolent side to themselves, because they know being a leader is not as easy as you may think. So there you go there. So that's how that is. I do believe the Undertale characters really give my characters a good run for their money when it comes to terms of strength. While some are more one-sided than others in forms of like raw strength, in forms of in character versus their characters in Undertale, it makes a lot of sense. And I would love to do like animatic battles of that at some point, and maybe far in the future I make them full-fledged animations. So, see, good style. Okay, it's all good. Okay, as long as everything's good. As long as everything's good at this point. I don't know how far away I am, but as long as everything's okay right now. For something to connect all your Persona worlds together, how about a great world digital entertainment, kind of like game industry and Neptunia series? Now that you think of it, that's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. The entire world is because it's prime Earth, we would say, where all the things are together. If you mess with the prime Earth in that dimension, in that reality, then you basically mess with the real world in general. Because okay, I'm going to put this in simple terms and so I can move on to the next questions. Every planet that's on there is connected to a specific person. And whatever you interact with and mess with on that planet will mess with the thing that that person also is in tandem with. So let's say you have a locker at your school, and then your world has an equivalent of what the locker is on that planet. Mess with the locker on that planet, you mess with the real world, but it's only that specific thing because that person is connected to it. But the prime Earth, you're messing with Earth itself. That's how things happen. Thank you. Alright, Gravity Falls comic dubs. Are Cupcake Fortunes real, or is it just a myth? And like, how would that even work? I don't know, really. Anything's possible in this universe. So I wouldn't be surprised if someone actually does fortunes via cupcakes. I don't know how they would work, but again, they could probably put a cupcake down, put the frosting on it, have this random thing of like sprinkles, and then they tap it once. Depending on how many sprinkles in where the position of this specific icing is will determine the fate of something. I don't know. Let's say pink frosting is for your love life, white icing is for the near future of what's going on, and well, the blank slate was going to be those type of icings, and the sprinkles are all the random factors of how they will determine what the fate is. There you go. You got my 2 cents in the matter. All for One or Stain? All for One. Is that a joke? Like, that All for One has so many other people's quirks and abilities that if it wasn't for his negligence to understand the complicated nuances of a person taking all their energy into one side of their body and then switching it over to another, I think he would have won that bout, if you really tell me the truth. Doing my best to keep spoilers out of the way until they get to those moments and they know what I'm talking about. And Stain, his quirk is that he licks the blood off a person's victim and they become paralyzed. Now, the question isn't can All for One be paralyzed if Stain cuts him and licks his blood? The question would be, is Stain fast enough to actually get his blood to begin with during the start of the battle? That's the real question. Lemillion versus Midoriya. As much as I hate to admit it, Lemillion has Midoriya beat because Lemillion beat Midoriya. So, and the rest of the class. It makes me really wonder how Bakugo would have been if he was there. That's really like I wanted to know that. So yeah, Lemillion beats Midoriya because right now Midoriya is purely focused on physical strength and attributes to the strength, while Lemillion can phase through things. He's Obito levels of overpowered. And for those of you who are Naruto fans and don't like Obito, you can at least admit Obito has an OP ability that basically makes him invincible to literally anyone that fights him. Unless you have the MacGuffin of getting to his pocket dimension and attacking him from the other side, you're not touching the guy. Unless you have a river full of paper bombs. Once Bill saw Stan, why didn't he get out of the Dreamscape, Mindscape? I don't know what it's called. Bill is stupid, or they had a way to keep him in there long enough, or keep him there long enough for them to do the deed, or my personal favorite, the second that Bill went inside of his head, they immediately wiped his brain, and like how like on Namek, apparently 5 minutes is 35 billion episodes. In the Dreamscape, a second in that place is like 5 hours in the Dreamscape. A second in real life is like 5 hours in the Dreamscape world. So the moment where Bill realized everything, the process of his memory being wiped out was instantaneous, and it was just finally coming to their and by the time he brings it up, that's when everything goes in. Because like the order of events can be manipulated in a way, because again, that's all my reasons. Okay. Here's the real match: Bill Cipher versus Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl. Because Squirrel Girl is that gag character that can beat anything and everything with squirrels. That's the joke. So since she's a gag character, I can't really gauge how good a fight. It's like putting Saitama up against like almost anyone, because the whole thing about Saitama is he's not supposed to lose. So if he loses, that's not Saitama that you're using. So unless he wins with one punch at least, or a multitude of punches that will lead up to just one punch, i.e. Boros and Garo. Yeah, that's not how it is. So Squirrel Girl, I have to say, because that's Squirrel Girl for you. Rock, paper, scissors, go. Rock. Did I lose? I think I'm gonna go. If you ever want to talk, I use Skype frequently. I don't use Skype very frequently. I don't even use Discord frequently. I use this more frequent than those two things, and I say the live streams like that. That's how sad this is. Sonic Mania or Mario Odyssey? Also, what's your opinion on both series as a whole? Mario Odyssey is definitely going to destroy Sonic Mania out of the water, mostly because, well, Mario Odyssey is basically Super Mario 64 on crack. and I just believe that that's just going to be a better overall experience. While Sonic Mania is good for the nostalgia, but it would have been way better if the stages were all original and not just, like, having some original aspects to it. So I was a little disappointed that there was a lot more redone stages. Granted, the second stages to those returning stages, second acts to those returning stages were well handled, because they gave them their own little gimmick to it, and it was really good. But if it was all original, definitely would have had a better shot. But really, Mario Odyssey is just a whole nother caliber of how the game is made, what you're doing, and how it's working. So Mario as a series has always been really consistent. While many people can complain about certain aspects of certain games that came up, and I do agree with some of them. Some of them are pretty like lackluster in forms of originality, and just things like lackluster in their overall execution. You cannot not pick up like a Mario game and not kind of enjoy yourself, because it is pretty simplistic but complicated at the same time. Sonic, ups and downs. I hate it when everyone says Sonic's back finally after so long, even though he never went anywhere. He never went everywhere. In fact, the recent games that he had weren't necessarily terrible. I don't count Sonic Boom because that wasn't made by Sonic Team. That was made by Big Red Button. That's their problem to deal with. That's not a Sonic game in my eyes. The only Sonic games are like Sonic Lost World, Sonic Generations, all those games, Sonic Colors. Those games I count because they were made by either Sonic Team or somewhere around Sonic Team. Sonic Mania was made by fans, so of course it was going to be good because fans do way better than a lot of like companies do because they don't understand intricate nuances of what fans want in games. So like definitely Sonic has always had its ups and downs, but I never once believed that it had so far down people forgot about Sonic. You don't just forget about Sonic. Once you forget about something, then it does something to bring back, then you can say thing is back. But Sonic never had that moment. Even Sonic 06 wasn't a moment where Sonic died. It was a moment Sonic fell, and it took him a while to get right back up to where he made people can say. Then you can say he's back to that pedestal, but he never left. So that's my problem. That's what I believe. What's your thoughts on BlazBlue cross stage battle? Have not played any BlazBlue games or Guilty Gear. I've only seen other people play it and other assortments of things about it. I think I mentioned this. I'm not a very big fighting game player. I think the only fighting game I ever got into was Injustice: Gods Among Us, and that's because it was DC characters fighting other DC characters, and it was actually in a universe I actually found pretty interesting. Are you excited for Deadpool 2? Yes, of course. I haven't met anyone who isn't excited for Deadpool 2 at this point since the first one went off without a hit. It's just like, man, this is great. Oh, Gon versus Marissa Midoriya. I still need to see that one. Wait, no, I don't. I did see that one. I was thinking of something else. Okay, yeah. Someone else. Like, I did see Midoriya versus Gon, but this was at a moment where I wasn't too deep into My Hero Academia. When it comes to Hunter x Hunter, Gon has abilities that are pretty versatile in their ways, and I was actually pretty skeptical on who was going to win, especially since I didn't believe that Midoriya was fully in control of his quirk at the time, so I didn't know how they were going to use him. So as for the battle on itself, I like what they did. I do wish, though, they would have had at least one more battle to accommodate for the time that Mr. I'm Not a Gay Clown messed with Midoriya. So, yeah, I wish they kind of, like, harped on that a little. So, that's the only thing I got to say about that battle. Well, you play Ponytown sometimes. It's an online game where you make your own OC and interact with other people. Again, with online games, not really accustomed to those. I think the only one I'm going to get into is Fusion Fall, and I might give Ponytown a try, but when it comes to like a long-term service to the matter, it probably won't happen. I made it. Hey, Natal Prez. Oh, when you cut your nails, your hair grows, and when you cut your hair, your nails grow. I once thought that in my time. I still do. It's a fascinating phenomenon. Definitely is. Tell your shadow to take a chill pill. Tell me about it. This guy needs to calm down. I mean, he doesn't know who he's mooching off of. I'm telling you, he's too pampered. It's almost as if your shadow is moving at the same time as you. Yeah, he needs to learn how to handle his own stuff. Same thing with this mirror-looking dude. I mean, like, he looks exactly like me, except everything he does seems to be in, like, the opposite standpoint. Like, I'm being followed here. In fact, I'm looking at the screen right now, and this dude is so delayed, I don't even know what he's talking about. Like, it's weird, man. Just, man, getting somewhere. If you ever watch Invader Zim, have I ever called myself, do you want to build a universe? The answer is yes, my friend. I loved Invader Zim. I wish that another series I wish I came back, but now I'm afraid that if it does, it'll be handled incorrectly. So yeah, Invader Zim was great. Oh, love that show. Archive your dreams unless you don't. Or achieve your dreams unless you don't. September 16th, 2017. Man, I'm very far behind. If someone's just quoting that now. My lord, how far down am I? Oh, God. Oh, God. Nick's future comes back. Seems decent. The Hey Arnold movie finally about to address his parents and return of... Oh, that's... Okay, that's good. That's a good thing. That's a good thing to go off on. Celestia versus Luna. What was the outcome of the first battle? ... But if we're gonna go with Celestia versus Luna via just their strengths, still gotta go with the sun goddess, okay? Still gotta go with the sun. Still gotta go with the goddess who can control a thing that's 15 trillion times bigger than the moon. Then again, you got a moon that can apparently eclipse the sun, but hey, alright, it really depends, I guess. Depends on the circumstances. If we're talking in character, I don't know. It's like, if it's a friendly bout, I don't know. If it's a death battle, I don't know. Because I think Luna might still have at least a sliver, if not just a tiny, like, glint of hatred still toward her sister. I don't know. Recovery Girl versus Mountain Lady. Recovery Girl destroys Mountain Lady. I don't even know what Mountain Lady's even doing at the battlefield. You're talking about a girl who... You're talking about a woman that can kiss any boo-boo goodbye. If she ever gets hurt, done. Granted, she can't just keep doing that. And she doesn't actually heal things. She just allows the stamina in your body to rapidly heal whatever it is that's damaged. But I'm joking, of course. When it comes to Mountain Lady... You got a girl. Having Recovery Girl versus Mountain Lady, is like having a. It's like having a giant versus a medic. I wonder who's gonna win. But if you're talking like who I like better, definitely Recovery Girl. She is just a little peach. Achieve your dreams, lest you don't. Trust me, it's cool if you don't think about it. Also, an Invader Zim TV movie? Is that a thing? Please, direct me toward that so I can watch it. Did you miss me? Yes. Screw Dead Crow. Squirrel Girl is the real boss of Marvel Universe. There's a lot of gag characters that rule the Marvel Universe. Oh man, he's close to catching up to the comments. Is that me catching up to the comments like years away from now, or days ahead of now? I need to confirmation on that, guys. Oh, hi Jack. Did you leave? Daybreaker versus Celestia. Well, I'm gonna say what I said before when it comes to Luna versus Celestia. Who won the first battle? And I know. Hey, leave a young thing. All right, I know that Daybreaker is like should be a more powerful version of Celestia because she's kind of like Celestia Unbound, while Celestia still has her morals intact, thus making her weaker. But if we're talking like serious versus serious, and we know each of them is a threat to one another, I have to say Celestia, because if we're... Oh, Crystallis! Wow, Dyslexia, you destroyed me. Daybreaker destroys. Okay. Wow, alright. I'm sorry. Man. Oh, never have dyslexia. It's a very bad thing. I just talked for a long time about something that didn't even matter. Okay, but yeah, Crystallis beat Celestia because there's a lot of people saying like the reason why Celestia couldn't beat Crystallis because if Celestia really tried, she would have vaporized the people in her vicinity. Yada 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 yada. Excuse. But if we're talking like an unbound Celestia versus Queen Crystallis, who was still struggling against Celestia, and if we're talking base versus base, Crystallis will not have all the love she zapped away from Shining Armor at that time of the first battle. So Daybreaker all day. Shinzo, Razorhead, or Midoriya and All Might. Midoriya and All Might, because I do think their chemistry works a lot better than the first two. At least in the sense that allows them to take out a Razorhead, because he can only erase Quartz that he's looking at. Of the person he's looking at. So as soon as he takes his eyes off All Might or takes his eyes off Midoriya, one of them are going to try to attack him. Knowing Eraserhead, he would know to keep his eye on All Might because he thinks he's a better experience when it comes to the power of One for All. One for All, yeah. Power of One for All. and kind of like as he's still kind of staring at All Might and also being distracted by Shinso, he would try to take out Midoriya with, you know, his epic Scarfices. So it really depends, though. But I do believe Midoriya and All Might can pull through on that. Wasn't Dipper the ship name? Bipper? Really? Oh my god. So many ship names. And then real serious death battle, Invader Zim versus Peridot. Yeah. Really, if they ever had to fight one another, it would take a long time for them to throw the first punch. I can tell you that much. Man, it really would be a battle if he goes. But I got faith in Invader Zim on that. Like Peridot is a loud voice, but Zim can make his louder. How much did you collect for one? Actually, I don't know. Another second. Let me get my phone. Oh. Oh man. Oh yeah, I did get some messages about that. Hold on. Don't want to harp too long on this. Don't. Yep. I did get the $50 that was sent. When it comes to the $50, I think that's all that I got during the stream, which is fine, really. Like that already. We only need $100 left. $100 now, and that alone already puts in hope that we can do it. The deadline's not until the 30th. I'm almost entirely sure that if people wanted, they can just instantly ratify that, and then this entire ordeal will be behind us, and it'll all be because of you guys, because we would be 500 short, 500, 600, 650 short, if it wasn't for the donations that was brought in. And my lord, I wouldn't even believe that we got that close to 1,000 at that point, and all we need now is 150, and that's about it. That's it. We're good. Man, do you think you'll continue to react to the pop-up girls? Nope. At least not in the sense that I'm gonna react to it like where I last left off and then continue moving forward. That show is just not appealing enough to me. Not even to rant about, because I think I ranted enough about that show to get my feel of how I feel about it and what I need to know about it. But however, I will be reacting to the episode, the 4 to 5 part movie that will be coming out involving the 4th pop-up girl, only because I want to see what she's like, because I'm interested. If the design alone had me wonder why they made her this way, I need to know. I need to know why is she taller than the rest of them? Why is her hair so much more like different in any way, shape, or form? Why is her hips so large? And of course, everyone wants me to say it, and yes, I'm gonna say it. Hey, I'm black. I don't care. And why is she black? Like that's a question that is not meant to like spark any type of anything besides, if you're gonna do that to a character, you gotta do it for a reason, and you're not supposed to do it for diversity's sake. I hate it when shows do that. If you're gonna do a diverse cast for a diversity's sake, you gotta have a purpose than that. You gotta have more of a purpose. Like, you don't see me shoehorning a lot of different other type of races and stuff inside my story until we get to those particular races in the story, because there is a war going on with every single race in the story. But you don't see me like tacking into every single one because I need to have them in there. They have to have a purpose. So until I see the context of this character, I'm gonna withhold judgment. All right. Still here. Don't worry. What did you think of Shinso, the purple-haired guy with the brainwashing quirk, when you first met him? When we first met him, I thought he was, you know, that evil guy that no one wants to talk to. And I realized, if you really think about it, he's done nothing wrong, actually. Some people get on him because he has a quirk that allows him to control people's minds if you answer his question, yeah. But if you really think about it, he was just using his quirk to the fullest of his abilities. He didn't really do anything wrong. In fact, the fight between him and Midoriya seemed as though he was the bad guy in some way. But no, he was just using his quirk. And in fact, Midoriya knew what his quirk was, and yet he still fell for it. So, like, yeah, Shinzo, and now that I know it fully of what Shinzo is versus All Might and Midoriya with Eraserhead, since Shinzo's quirk is pretty much useless unless someone talks back to him, and if we're going on the fact that All Might and Midoriya are like post to where they are right now, they would already know about his quirk and know not to answer or just talk in general. He's pretty much useless in the fight, and it would just be up to, since he has no actual other feats on himself. He got pushed out by Midoriya, aka like, you know, like judo flipped out by Midoriya, so he doesn't have any like physical strength that compares to what Midoriya is now, and especially All Might. So but yeah, first meeting him, definitely was skeptical. Then I realized there's really nothing wrong with the guy. In fact, his quirk can really help out in a lot of situations in form of questioning people who don't know about his quirk. Be like, so, were you the one who killed? What's his face in the dealership? He'll be like, what are you talking about? And then boom, mind control, and then he'll ask the question again, and this time he'll get the answer. That's if they talk. I don't know if they can actually control their speech. He could also say, write down what you did if it's only action based. So either way, he will be really good with cops. Like, interrogation mastermind. Okay. What if Bill didn't have the barrier around Gravity Falls? Would Discord still be powerful? That's why I said in context of the verse, if the barrier wasn't around Gravity Falls and he was just wreaking havoc throughout the entire planet, that basically destroys everything Discord has done, at least in forms of actual feats. Because right now we can interpret that Discord took over the entire faces of Equestria due to his overwhelming presence and the fact that the princesses had to resort to such a big thing just to take him out. So since Bill was just in this one area and was only gauged in this one area, it's like the Goku fallacy. Like, we all know Goku has not destroyed a planet, at least on its own right. He did not Kamehameha a planet, but we can gauge via all the people he's fought and the things that he's done to pretty much say that he can destroy a planet, and that escalated to the point of being able to destroy probably a universe or multiple universes or something like that. But since we've actually never seen him do it, we kind of can't just like say he can immediately just do it without having that speculation and putting proof to the matter. Same thing for Bill and same thing for Discord. You see Discord take over way bigger things than just one area. If you want to count Ponyville as just a smaller area than what Gravity Falls was, at least you see him do his chaos way more. He even has his own pocket dimension to play around with. So like that just shows just how much of a like area that he is. But since Bill is only just limited to this one area, I can only gauge his power as such. Let's see. Just remember a part of dialogue from AJ in the Crystal Girl special movie Magic is the number one thing we didn't know, that the guy who founded this studio was an inserted oddball with a sweet tooth. Oh, that's cool, man! I can't believe it took me a while to hit me on that one. That's cool. Oh man, I didn't know Discord was. Oh, cool. Oh man. Hope they harp on that more. I want to. One of the big things I wanted to see in Equestria Girls universe is Discord. That's one of the things. That's why I can't wait for this series to come, the Equestria Girls series to come out, so I can see more characters be humanized in their sense. It's like, it's gonna be great. Bipper is the name of possessed Dipper. Oh, okay. Electric, eccentric oddball, sweet tooth. Sounds kind of like Discord to me. Really? As soon as I read that, I'm like, oh, that's instantly Discord. How would you imagine your characters interacting with Ruby, MLP, Star versus, etc. go down? Interactions. Now we're talking like core characters. So we're talking Judo Karada, Yoko, other characters like the Mistress of Wonder, Sabaru, Yuzuki Kazuo, and let's throw in I guess we can probably throw in What If Judas, like the kid Judas in Prologue, post judo, pre judo, let's say, as well. The interaction with them will be pretty hilarious, in my opinion, because most of them will question their existence, let alone just actually become friends. I think Kurata would probably just immediately just like go all over the place when she talks out the MLP characters, because granted, while not explicitly shown in the story, she loves cute things. So as for Ruby characters, like we're talking like the core cast of Ruby, like the Team Ruby in general, I know Judas would want to fight all four of them at once. Judas would want to fight all four of them at once. Judas would want to have a conversation with each of them at once. Yoko would probably not. I'm just gonna leave it at that. We're just gonna keep that as speculation in my mind. You're making me think too hard on this. I got other questions. I'm getting too far behind. Also, another quote from the movie, Magic says that AK Yearling is a very difficult woman to track down, so possibly she's... Yeah, I got that. I think I even mentioned that in the reaction. Like, she's just a woman to... I wonder why. She's probably still daring do, still doing all these real things. But it would be weird. That would show... Maybe she is in part of, like, knowing of some things of, like, magic and other stuff that's going on in the world if she's doing daring do, like, stuff. Well... until you get to certain parts of, like, Indiana Jones, which is, what she's based off of, they have gone into, like, some magic elements here, so I wouldn't be surprised if they want to fit that in somewhere. Sonic has got the attitude Sonic. He's the fastest thing alive. Sure. Yeah. S-A-T-M. When I asked about Tag Battle, I was talking about Ruby's appearance in the crossover. Huh. Kick my Shadow's ass. Come on, it's not that big of a douche. I'm pretty sure he doesn't deserve that. Maybe. I know Sonic can go shadow boxing, so I think my Shadow will kick my butt. Actually. Midoriya versus Yang? That's hard, actually. If we're talking like current Midoriya, like current where the manga is Midoriya right now with his shot style, shoot style, whatever you want to call it, and other stuff like that, he probably beat, at least currently for what I see Yang right now, current Yang. Because Midoriya, his speed feats at this point are pretty all over the place. He's like a mini Gran Torino, and I think someone even says that. And his strategy-based stuff. See, I think he would actually be able to one-up Yang, because, granted, while Yang does not have the explodey quirk such as Bakugo, you could argue that her gauntlets kind of act sort of the same as Bakugo. Heck, even if you go back to the Volume 1, when they're being launched into the air, what does Yang do with her guns? Boom, 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 in the air. So, thinking about that, I think Midoriya might get a one-up on Yang because he would interpret her movements, because he's sort of used to that sort of fighting style via Bakugo. That's just up in the air. Tell me if I'm on to something on that. If I'm not, that's the first thing I thought about. I'm home from work. Happy that. Man, I don't know what your time zone is, but it's rather late. I'm like, man, oh man. Super Pony, where you work? Imagine Bill being a prosecutor in Phoenix Wright. Oh God, no. Oh God, no. No. No, dude. You're no. Dude. Alright. Because if you're talking like Phoenix Wright verse, you would have to turn Bill into like that human version of Bill that's being floating around on the internet a lot. So if that's a human version of Bill and he's being a prosecutor, boy howdy, you would never win. You'd never win. Period. None. No. Even if you know your client is downright like not completely innocent. Nope, you just lost. It's just a game where you lose all the time. Roles are reversed in the world. Did a new episode of My Hero Academia come out today? I don't know, because again, I haven't been keeping up with that, so I honestly don't know. Piggies or cucumber? Pickles or cucumbers? Wow, wow, I can't believe it. See, don't do that. My dyslexia hurts. Pickles or cucumbers? Pickles. I don't really like cucumbers very much, unless they're pickles. Have you ever seen Ben 10? Yes. I've seen Ben 10, Ben 10 Alien Force, Ben 10 Ultimate Alien, Ben 10 Omniverse. And I've seen a bit of the reboot, and I hate it. The only thing I like about it is the fact that Ben is Ben. Yay. Pickle Rick. I don't know what that is, but I think I'm going to find out what that is. Maybe. Meaning Gran Torino. What would happen? They'd probably hit it off. Joking, maybe. I don't know. I know they would have a nice, good, old person conversation. You know the ones. If you don't, I do. I know them too well. Daybreaker all day. Daybreaker all day. Did I say that? This stream has been going on too long. I don't even know what I'm saying because I'm so far behind it. Did I say Daybreaker all day? Because that's too appropriate. Is that true? Super Pony, is Recovery Girl, is Gran Torino's wife true? Or are you just saying that because you want it to be true? Because I would love it to be true. Because I think that's appropriate. What would you do? What would you be for Halloween? Or if you're not going to, then what's your favorite costume you had for Halloween? Okay, I don't know. It's up in the air on whether or not if finances are going well and I get a good check before Halloween kicks in, and the thing that I want to get is able to get in on time via Amazon or whatever the place I'm ordering it from. I definitely want to go as Joker from Persona 5 as a Phantom Thieves. I love the outfit and I love everything about it, so I would love to have that outfit for me. I want to go as at Halloween, do some reactions in that costume. But since I highly doubt it'll actually happen, my favorite thing I went as on Halloween was Dan. Because all I had to do was wear a jerk shirt and some jeans. Simple, but effective. I want to be Saitama, but I don't want to shave my head. Hey, I'm with you on that one. I want to be Saitama too. Then I realized, man, if I really want to be Saitama, it's going to be really weird with this huge head of hair of mine. I'll be mocking him. Do you know Reverse Falls? If that title is supposed to be upon anything, that probably means that it's like either a fan comic or like a fan theory or fan something like Undertale was. So no, I do not know it, but if it's anything like that, I don't know anything of stuff like that in terms of fan bases. Imagine all your characters meet Derpy. They would all fall in love with her. Icon would even give up his powers of nothingness just so Derpy could have everything she ever wanted in life. I say it, so it shall be. Who do you think shattered Pink Diamond? I can tell you who I think didn't. Pearl. And I know, here comes the flack. Here comes the giant bunches of flack that comes from every friggin' theory that goes on the handle. It's like, it can't be this person because this person did this. The only person I believe has to be Pearl. She's very efficient with a blade. Yeah, that one time she fought her hologram. Whoa, so efficient with a blade. So efficient she can take down a diamond. Look, I only have one theory for Pearl, and that theory for Pearl is that she is White Diamond's diamond. Not Pink Diamond's diamond, White Diamond's diamond. And she converted to wanting to be Pink Diamond's diamond because I think White Diamond is a little bit more corrupt than maybe people might think she is. So there's probably a backstory between a regime of some kind that she had with Rose. And I know she has a suit with a pink diamond on it, but that could have easily been transferable to her via any sort of situation on Homeworld. But for me, the reason why I believe Pearl is White Diamond's diamond? It's because if you look at Yellow Diamond and if you look at Blue Diamond and you see the diamonds that accompany them, their diamonds match the same area that their diamonds are. So if you have the pearl on their chest, you see that the diamond is on their chest, vice versa. And we've seen like pictures of White Diamond, and we know that her diamond is on her forehead. Who's the pearl that we know with a pearl on her forehead? Gotta give you a minute to figure it out. So even if I'm wrong, and I'm just like really throwing out the gun here, that's just my theory. But I don't believe she shattered Pink Diamond. I'm sorry if that question wasn't even supposed to be reserving of this entire rant. It's just that I've been hearing so much about it that it just seems like too out of nowhere. I think the reason why people want that to be true is because how dramatic it would be knowing that the Shatterer of Pink Diamond is one of the very affectionate mom characters towards Steven, and how Steven would react to knowing that that's what Pearl did. I get it. It would be dramatic. So would a lot of things. But I think Pink Diamond shattered herself. Actually, if I need to say something along that line, I think Pink Diamond shattered herself. We don't know the person. That's just it. We're making speculation on a character we know nothing about. We don't know the personality of Pink Diamond. We don't know if she was kind, compassionate, willing to do anything she can, was part of this regime to try to overthrow the diamond system, and one of the best ways to overthrow it is to show off the power of that. Just like, and for the people saying that Pearl shattered Pink Diamond, you also are not putting up very big proof of the matter that she has the capability of shattering something that's way harder than her. In which I believe the only way you can shatter something that's that hard is either itself or something harder than a diamond. Which so far we have not shown anything that's harder than a diamond. Even I think the Breaking Point would have had a hard time shattering it, even if that had that pinpoint shot. Because Breaking Diamond is not easy, especially mutated alien diamonds. So that's my theory on the matter. That's my rebuttal to the whole Pearl dealio, and I just believe she killed herself at this point. Because I'm just going off she was a kind person, and she just wanted to do whatever is right. And if you played Spirit of Justice, you know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to that sort of thing. Let's see. What was that? Oh, my head. Why there's a 4 PBG? The effect low rating trends to bring the most unnecessary character to a show. Hey, if it's for ratings, if it's just for ratings, I'm just disappointed, and I just don't care what Cartoon Network is just throwing himself into. The fact that there's a 4th Pop-Up Girl. See, I'm not mad that there's a 4th Pop-Up Girl. In fact, we already had 2 other Pop-Up Girls. That being Bunny and Bullet. Bunny was a 4th Pop-Up Girl. Granted, she only lasted 1 episode and she exploded. But at least she had more of an impact than I believe this character is going to be so far. See, again, I know nothing about the character, but I liked Bunny and the message that Bunny had in that episode. And it was really sad. When I was a kid, I think I even cried on that episode because I understood what happened when she blew up. And the last thing we have of her is just her cloth. That was sad to me because she was alive. She just wanted to be alive and she was happy being alive. And then she did everything she could to stay alive and do what she thought was right when she was. And then now she was gone. That's sad. Bullet is, hopefully I got that name right. Bullet is the flying squirrel that became a Pop-Up Girl, technically. So, in a way, we did have an official other Pop-Up Girl that didn't explode afterwards. So, I'm not mad. I'm just upset that they think they can just... Many people made the joke. She looks like a DeviantArt character. I agree. She does. She does. I've seen plenty of fan OC characters of a lot of series, and she just looks like one of them. Especially account to the fact that she's a lot taller than them, way different in forms of a lot of other structures, hips, really big for some reason, and a lot of other things. It's so weird. And plus her name is Bliss. Doesn't even follow the naming scheme. It doesn't even follow the naming scheme. Yes, it starts with a B, but it's not a 2-syllable thing. It just throws it off. Even Bullet, B, Bullet, Bunny, 2. Even, come on. Ugh, it bothers me, but we'll see how they execute it when the episode comes out, I guess. We'll find out. We'll find out. Alright, let's see here. Describe yourself with one of these words. Radical, tubular, righteous, or generally. I am generally not any of the three other things. There you go. Accuracy. What do you think of Bunny? The fourth PPG. Yeah, I already talked about that, actually. See, this is another thing about me being really far behind. I kind of answer questions that before other people ask me. Like, we already... Bunny and Bullet, they were good. They were good. When Bill said that he liberated his dimension, what did Bill mean? What's Bill's perspective of our world, and what's slaves to reality? Are we slaves to reality? I think for Bill, it's just that he got bored. He got bored of his dimension and just wanted to find a new one. And if he could find things he could torment, that's just like a plus for me. Like for Bill, he's an enigma. I can't really like explain him. You are definitely onto something. In fact, how would Yang versus Bakugo go down? In fact, that would be an interesting fight. I would like to see Yang versus Bakugo than Midoriya versus Yang. I mean, their fighting style kind of matches in forms of how they work. I mean, Yang's semblance is that the more damage she takes, the harder she's gonna hit. And if a certain fight in My Hero Academia doesn't show something, the more determined someone is to win and beat Bakugo, the more of an opportunity Bakugo is going to enrage himself enough to win. And for those of you who read the manga, you know exactly the fight I'm talking about. He is determined to win. Get even slightly above his level, he will do everything in his power to explode the hell out of you and have him win. So I want to see those two fight each other only on the fact that I want to see how a volcano meets a tornado, alright? Alright, let's see here. If anything, if you want like a straight answer, I think it might end in a tie. They both knock each other out. Which of the main six do you think Midoriya, Eureka, Idia, Bakugo, Todoroki, and Momo would get along with? I think Midoriya would get along with Twilight very well. I think Eureka would get along very well with Pinky. I think Lydia would get along with I think maybe probably it would either be Fluttershy or probably Rarity. I think both of them share at least some mannerisms of like how they treat themselves. Bakugo, the only person I can see him even coming close to having a good relationship with, pony wise, would probably maybe like, I'm trying to really think here. I don't know. Like, I don't see him being next to any of the ponies and actually having a good time with them, getting along with them. Maybe Rainbow Dash, but only after Rainbow Dash does a Sonic Rain Boom to show how explosive her personality can be, I guess. I don't know. Todoroki looks like he can probably get along with, like, maybe Fluttershy, gentle creature like her, getting along with Todoroki, who just needs a hug. Really, this dude just needs a hug. Oh my lord. And Momo, I think almost anyone, really. Momo's pretty, really all over the place when it comes to that. I think she, anyone, really. Oh, stop that. Random person. Wow, really? Random sports. Stop that. It's the typing. This is why I hate Gamzee and Homestuck. I really hate Gamzee. Gamzee is my worst troll. Man, this stream is gonna start turning on and off, huh? Oh, man. I And I can't believe, like, we're almost at 3 hour mark, and this feels like it went by way faster than my previous stream. It's weird. I think it's because I'm having a lot more fun than usual. Let's see here. In the Ben 10 reboot, Ben finally got a Vilgax transformation, but only for one episode. Really? You know, in the back of my mind, I always wanted Ben to turn into Vilgax. I actually thought he did once, but I think that was just like either a fan thing I watched or something like that. But yeah, that's cool that they did it. Sucks it was only for one episode. That's the thing about the Cartoon Network reboots. They might do something right, but they won't do it for long enough. Like that one episode people seem to like about the Teen Titans Go, but now apparently they're about to milk it or something about that. I don't know. What is dyslexia? Dyslexia is a horrible affliction that is equated to people who have a hard time reading things and will have words, numbers, and many assortments of things either switch places, turn into another letter, number, or a certain, and have your mind hate itself because it realizes that what you're trying to do is make it hurt. Thanks, random person. You're so great. Ugh. Imagine a crossover of Persona 5 and Ruby, where they take down... His cognition would be warped enough for a palace. I do believe that 100%. Like that guy needs some help. He needs a heart change right now. I wonder what his palace would be like. It would probably be like a really bigger version of the house that he's currently in, just with a lot more extra like doodads and stuff put into it. Probably involving like more like winter-esque area. With a culmination of the entire world, I guess. Because that guy, oh yes, definitely need that. Oh man, oh my god, oh you guys are horrible. You guys are just terrible. I hate you. I'm not doing streams anymore. I'm done. Oh my god, you guys are terrible. The first thing that comes to your mind. Jared Leto, the first thing that comes to your mind. Joker? That's the only thing. Jared Leto's Joker. I guess that's the first thing. I guess that's the only thing. I really fear for Steven Universe. We rarely see a new episode, and once a bunch are premiere, those are good and a bit underwhelming. When it comes to Steven Universe, I am kind of upset that the like how Steven Universe is, and it is all it is right now is that we hope that the next batch of episodes is coming soon, and then when we get them, good enough for the wait. But it's still a good show in its own right. I just wish it was like, you know, a show that could be produced a lot faster. I think they're really destroying the internet at this point. Like, I even hear some of them in the background. How it... Oh my god. I actually think my stream is becoming even more and more delayed as it keeps turning on and off. And since I'm always still at the top here, I don't know how you guys are reacting to it. Man, this is so weird. It was so weird. I hate this. I hate this so much. One of these days I'm gonna have this house to myself and this won't be a problem. Yeah, this is just a thing that's just happening. God, man. I'm actually having fun, and this is just ruining it. Ruining it entirely. Man, God. Help. I don't know what you guys are seeing, but I'll be right back. I don't get this at all. I really don't. 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 I don't get it. Oh man. You guys are probably really weirded out right now. I don't know what's going on. I think I went to go check, and it looks like really no one's really online. And it's just, this is a problem right now. Oh man. I don't hold on. I'm gonna get to the bottom. Yeah. Is anyone still there? Is anyone still there? I'm trying. I have. Jesus. I just realized why your shadow is acting so weird. It's your stand warning you an enemy stand. Of course! I wonder what my stand is called. I never really thought about that in my life. What would my stand be called? I just wish this stream would stop being so stupid. I really would. Man. I actually honestly blame the area that I'm in instead of like the people that are using the internet. It's actually more of just the area. This is not a good area. I guess I could probably move it later on the next stream just to see if we get a better output better, because this is really bothering me. I hate that this is the first time this is happening too. I like and he captured a version of Bill named Will. Bill Triangle. Okay. Reverse fall. I would expect something like that, I guess. Icon versus Bill Cipher. Icon. And this isn't me being biased. This is just like, honest to goodness, that's just Icon. And I hate like talking about my characters this way, but that Icon is just that's like a whole video to talk about. And I need to explain it in a way that doesn't make me sound like, oh, look at this, look at me, I made a character that could beat almost any... No. Icon existed when I was 6. And that's about as much as I can say in forms of what I thought of when I made his character in general. So, like... How do I do a Clip Notes version of this? How do I make a Clip Notes version of this? Bill is an aggressive reality warper who bends the rules to his advantage and utterly is a merciless guy if you really strip off the ESRB on him and gave him pretty much no caps. If you give him no caps and just said he's merciless, Icon would still win. Because, oh man, you know, I think if this is gonna continue, I think I'm just gonna have to end the stream, guys. I don't think I can deal with this because it goes on and off, and I don't know what you guys are experiencing and what is going through. I might be able to get these questions later. I guess the next stream, if you get this, the next stream will be around 10 o'clock Tuesday. Around 10 o'clock Tuesday. And random person, I think the only reason why they want to kick you is because you constantly make my head hurt with this whole dyslexia thing, and it seems like you're being very insensitive about it. While I do believe in jokes, if that's the case, it's just a joke. But I do believe I'm going to have to end the stream here. Besides, we have reached 3 hours, so I think that is a nice area just to end things off on. I hate ending these streams so prematurely like this, especially when I still want to talk more. Especially since I have good questions like Icon versus Bill. That's a video in on itself. Hopefully things get better. But yeah, if you guys can hear this, I want to say thank you to everyone who has donated so far, and we're only $100 away since this stream. And yeah, I'm really happy. Really happy. I don't really have to explain why I'm happy. Just know that I am. All right. Bye.